Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for that brief interlude there. We are back with the. What are we on, the semi final? Is it? Semi final. We're back with the semi final. So, Ash Jones and Mr. Ward. Scores are still 1-1. And I'm joined here with my co-commentator, Mr. Lloyd. We'll be back in a brief moment.
Yeah, I'm here, I'm present. I'm about to not be present. We've had slight technical difficulties. No one's watching right now anyway.
So Ash Jones on the black ball here. Took away all his yellows early doors. He's looking like he's in a good position. He's not on the table right now, but to be honest, we've got a difficult rack here for Mr. Ward. A lot of grouped balls. Not an easy breakaway for him.
So I missed most of this. But looks like Ash is posed to take the game.
Yeah, so the score at the moment is 2-1 to Ash Jones, our outsider. Our wild card for the tournament didn't actually qualify for the tournament, got in on a wild card basis, and is now, favourite to go through into the final.
It's really looking that way, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an incredible play by Mr. Jones for the day. I don't know what he's had today, but it must have been some Weetabix in the morning at very least.
I was going to say the same thing. He must have had his Weetabix this morning.
Either that or several Jaeger bombs.
Maybe.
Both of which do the job just the same.
Well, this is a guy that normally wakes up about like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock on a Sunday.
So here we go. A little double there. Does he miss the ball there?
No, I think he got it.
He does get a small clip on it. Can't quite see it from that angle. Oh, yes. And that is as tight as you can be. I mean, can he even get through there? I think we're going to have some referee decisions coming in here. Can he actually get out of this? The adjudicator says they're not touching. So Ward now to come through. He can get away from this. Can he pot it though?
I don't think he's too worried about the pot though. Well, he's got out of it.
Yeah, he does hit.
Does that
I think he'll be slightly disappointed that he doesn't get a pot there, but he's happy that he's out and scot free.
He might be a bit worried about where he's left the white though. Like, does that black go? No, I don't think it does. He's gone for another snooker. He's gone for another snooker. You might need a. No, we don't need another look.
Right, very nice.
Nice pot there. All the balls, other than that one at the bottom end, they all look on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, looking at the angle there, yeah, they're all on.
Yeah, this could be a clearance is on. He's only got one shot. Yeah, he can't afford to make any mistakes here.
Unless he tries to make his own look and get two, or try for the snooker to get two. What I mean.
Yeah, Ward's played well today to get to this point. He's been on the streaming table a couple of times already. Yeah, he's going to bring it to Jones. He's going to be a good opponent to try and beat. So, where do you think we're heading now? We're going to take the easy shot.
I think so. I think he's going to
get better position on the white.
Yeah. Probably going to look for one of the middle. No, he's gone for the corner pocket again.
Okay.
If he can bring that back. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure that this cue ball doesn't naturally go to where he wants it to.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to cue this.
Looks like he's putting a fair bit of side and back on it. He might be going for the...
Oh, and he does cue it beautifully.
Brilliant.
And that is, yeah, that's the kind of shot that you're going to need if you're going to take this all the way to the final.
Absolutely. But the real challenge now is getting the angle on the red near the black.
It's a great shot. To get him back now, yeah.
I might have to hit this one out to bring it round. Oh.
Is it a little bit soft? Yeah.
That's going to be a difficult cut now.
Yeah, he's struggling here. Last thing he wants to do, though, he can leave the white safe. It's a fantastic shot. He does leave the white safe, and in the end, it's a shame he does.
Yeah, it's a black ball game. Fantastic shot.
Yeah. Now you see him getting down onto the black.
Oh, has he done it?
Big double.
He's not done it. Has he left
close.
it? He's not left it either. He's got a double on.
We got it. Oh. Yeah, it's very close on the black there. We're not quite going to make it.
Oh, that's really unlucky. And it's been left on that corner pocket. We've seen quite a lot of jaws and rattles in the middle bags.
This to take it to a decider in a deathmatch Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And there it is. That's a very nice shot.
So it's square 2-2 decider now. Could go either way. Both players have been playing well.
Watch that last one. Yeah, a nice simple shot. Ward's capable of those all day. And there we go.
Well, Ash had the option of trying to put the white ball safe on top of the black, or going for the double, and unfortunately his calculation was just off by probably about a centimetre.
Yeah. And it cost him, could this be the end for our wild card?
It could be.
The underdog, we all wanted him to go through to the final, didn't we?
Well, after having to play in the preliminary, you do kind of want him to go far.
That's a good point. He's played a round more than any other player in the tournament so far.
And he's done well.
Yeah, made it all the way. Bookies odds, maybe 5-6 to 1.
Yeah. He got 2-0 in the prelim, and then a reverse sweep in his first round. Was it the first round? Yeah. No. What was the first round? No, the first round was against Scott. That was another 2-0. Sorry, I forgot about that one. That was some great pool. And that was on the show table. And then he played Ryan Hanley on the second table.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we bought one, and then they pulled out after we paid for all the surveys and solicitors and all that. Yeah.
So then in the quarterfinals, Ash played Ryan Hanley on the non-show on the second table, and that was where the reverse sweep was. Went 2-0 down, brought it back, 1-3-2, and now it's been a bit tit for tat. 1-0 to Gordon, 1-1, 2-1 to Ash, but 2-2, and now we've flipped for the break.
I used to have a lot of parties years ago, didn't I? Great parties.
Are we having a substitute? We're having a substitute.
Ash to break. Now, for those of you who were watching in frame number 2, I didn't see frame number 4, but frame number 2, that's really unfortunate. Unlucky, Ash. Can we get a replay on that?
I turned it off mute.
Alright,
Is it too late for a replay on that break?
And it's Gordon with 2 shots here,
right.
so this is a great opportunity. Anytime you've got 2 shots in the frame, there's always a chance to clear up, and even if you can't, they're all there for you.
Well, taking the L's will give him a 2-ball advantage. Ash visibly upset about that break.
So Gordon's looking at the yellow at the top of the table. He's going to try and screw back and leave the one over the middle.
Which he has done brilliantly. He's done that very well.
Yeah, that's a nice shot, to be fair. It looks like they're all there.
Yeah.
Solid assessment from Aaron Chaplin there. That's why we bring in the co-commentators, for the depth of analysis.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think we could be looking at a clear up now. We could be looking at a clear up here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's going to take the yellow over the middle bag now. The only problem I see is the yellow that, as we're looking at it, is toward the top of the table next to the red.
Yeah.
But even that ball, it drops into the middle. It's just not an easy pot compared to the rest.
If he can, I think he's going to go for the corner pocket now. And if he can grab that middle pocket afterwards, then it should leave him an angle to put it in the corner again. That so-called problem ball, but has he snooked himself? No.
This is the key shot now. This is the key. So you can pot the yellows at the top of the table as we're looking right now, but then he's got to come a long way round to get on the other one. If he puts the one that's at the bottom of the table, the other one isn't easy either. So this is the one. This is the shot.
So he's going long.
That's exactly what I'm saying to Paul for the eyes, mate. Sure you are.
So he's played a nice shot there. Actually, he's still got a shot in hand. He's put one over the bag, and he's left the other one kind of, but it's still not easy.
No, I mean, I don't know whether he's looking at the angle for the corner pocket. Yeah, he's looking at the angle for the corner pocket on the yellow to come back long again.
I think he's got to take the one over the bag, and he's got to screw it, and it's got to be cued so well.
Mm-hmm. Because that cushion could really fuck everything up.
He's not really got into it, but he has given himself a shot. So whether he played it that way, if he did, that's a good shot.
It's interesting where the white's gone. I don't think that was planned.
I think you've just got to pot this yellow. Just get down, pot the ball, and pray. And he's missed the ball.
Accidentally showed a
He didn't
replay
see
then.
it live on the screen, but he does miss the shot. He left himself a nice black, but didn't pot the yellow. We've seen that all day today. A lot of players, when it comes down to a difficult white, sure, they keep the white where they want, but they just take their eye off the pot.
Absolutely. Sometimes you can just look too far ahead instead of what's in front of you.
Aaron, make the case for Ash Jones here. How does Ash Jones come back and win this game?
I'm not sure. Gordon can get the cut here and easily bring the white back up the table for the
Who needs
for the black.
enemies with friends like these? Gordon's overcut it.
He's overcut
I feel
it.
like the pressure's kicking in. Remember, the winner of this is through to the final.
And it's Snooker City now for Ash.
This is his game as well, Aaron.
It is, yeah. It is. This is what he likes to do. This is what the social club are famous for.
Yeah.
Where he plays.
Infamous, some might say.
Infamous, yeah.
Would you say advantage Ash Jones here, Aaron?
I think right now, yeah.
That's a good hit by Gordon, but he's at Ash's mercy, really.
Even with that shot, really, he's freed up a red for Ash.
Ash will take the free pot, knowing the white was always safe anyway. Now he's going to look for a telling snooker.
I think he'll go for the middle pocket, try and bring himself up into the corner bag there, and where the two reds are. Oh no, mate, ignore me.
I actually like your shot there, Aaron. I think he's gone for another pot, to be fair, knowing that he's keeping safe. So he's playing them cleverly.
Yeah, I think me personally, I'd have tried for the middle pocket to come into the corner and then knock the red that was closest to the cushion out of the way and just sit behind the other one.
I think that looked like a good shot to me. I wonder if he was worried about the in off on the white and just trying to keep the white safe.
Yeah, potentially.
But I agree with you. I think he could have laid a really telling snooker had he have played that shot.
But he's still got a good snooker here. If he can bring this back, he'll deserve it.
The problem that Ash has got is, don't get me wrong, you can keep Gordon in trouble, but if Gordon can fluke this yellow, then he's going to get a shot at the black, and the black doesn't look easy, but anytime you put your opponent's hand on the table, you're relying a little bit on either their bad luck or your own good luck.
Exactly. I mean, all Gordon's looking at is getting out of this snooker, but if he pots it, happy days.
Yeah, I think I'd be playing this one hard. I don't think there's any... He isn't going to believe it's safe. He might as well try and fluke the ball. Oh,
And he's got it.
For the second time today, Gordon Ward, out of a snooker,
again.
pots the ball.
The way that was hit with purpose, I think he was going for the pot.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I was talking about fluking the ball, but I genuinely think he's looked at that.
He's meant that one.
Yeah, absolutely. The problem he's got is he's still not really on the black.
Better than not being on the black.
Well, same situation, Aaron, basically. He's got a shot at the black. He can hit it as hard as he likes. If it goes in the hole and nothing else does, he's through to the final. He's gone for the treble.
Oh, he's come out of the jaw in the middle bag yet again.
This is a test of Aaron Jones's...
Aaron Jones?
Wow. This is a test.
We're not married yet.
This is a test of Ash Jones's nerve, because all of the balls can be made, but there's 6 of them out there, and the black ball as well.
He just needs to make himself easy pots.
Yeah, and this is for a place in the final. 7 good shots. He's down to 5 good shots. We're going to count you down. It's 4 good shots from Ash Jones to take him into the final. I know we've banged on about it today, but remember, this is the lowest seed in the tournament. He's come through more rounds than anybody else, and he's on the brink of playing that game for that £50 prize. Oh, and I feel like the pressure is told. He's left Gordon Ward a chance. Has Gordon Ward got, well, we'll use the phrase again, more testicular fortitude?
Fortitude, yeah. I think the pressure got to him on that one. He's going to be looking at the in off here, though.
He has got to keep his eye on the white ball. He's potted the ball, and there it is. Gordon Ward is through to the final. Ash Jones has been superb today. He's been brilliant today, and he needs to hold his head up high. I know he's going to be disappointed with that.
He's going to be very upset about that.
But he has played some sensational pool today, and we're disappointed to see him go out. But the problem in the semi-finals is that the quality is so high, you can't make any mistakes.
Absolutely, and they both made mistakes, to be honest. They did both make mistakes, but unfortunately, you know,
So over to Aaron Chaplin with his assessment of that last game, and give us a little preview of the semi-final. The semi-final that's between Wayne Fletcher and Tony Lowe, who you know very well.
I do. Not sure. So
Tony Lowe's going to break off.
He's the lowest seed.
Yeah, like the lowest number.
You said the lowest seed breaks up.
You're the wild card, so Tony breaks.
How does that work?
Because the lowest is the lowest number.
No, the lowest was the lowest. So I must be the lowest.
Everyone else has been doing Who are we playing?
W. Fletcher and T. Low with an E at the end. And I just realised I might still live. That last game, all 5 frames, very careful from both players. And most of the frames have come down to just little mistakes. And the thing is, when you get right down to the wire, you can't be the one that makes the mistake. Unfortunately, Ash just scuffed that red ball off target, which left an opening for Gordon Ward. And he's took that opportunity, he's avoided the in-off, and he's earned himself a place in the final against one of these 2 gentlemen right now. And Tony Lowe, if you thought you were watching a game of chess before, get ready to witness something else.
So the second semi-final here. Alright, so Fletcher there, taking the early blood, deciding to take reds. Okay. So Fletcher back on the ball now. Back onto reds. It's a nice long shot. Still looking a little bit cagey at this stage. People know that, you know, there's a lot at stake here at this point. They've made it this far. No one willing to take a big chance here to try and make a break. Everyone's playing it a little bit safe. They don't want to go too far.
I'm back, viewers. We've got the dream team in the commentary booth right now. It's Tommy Kay and Tony Lloyd. We're going to take you right through to the end of this. We're doing this semi-final, the final. It's going to be beautiful. Cagey, isn't it?
It is very cagey. No one's willing to take a chance at this point. I've just been saying that I think we've made it so far in the tournament that best of 5 now. People are getting a little bit worried about it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot been invested into the day so far if you're still here right now.
Exactly. I mean, several pounds and several pints per man, I would say, has been invested.
Wayne Fletcher might have done a bottle of Jaeger bomb on his own.
I mean, if they sell Jaeger bombs by the bottle, I'll have 6. But yeah. So still, I mean, Fletcher has taken reds, but apart from that, not much has happened since.
It looks like we get this sometimes where you've got a bit of a tight rack where someone's not really got into him.
It's not a bad shot there from Fletcher. I mean, it's not a snooker, but it's made life difficult. It is a snooker. My fault.
Yeah.
Looking at the table, he's had to go up and down to hit it.
That's a great shot by Tony.
It's not a difficult one to get out of for Tony, though.
Yeah, he's picked the right ball, though. He's left Flecky the one over the corner bag, but Flecky doesn't want to take that ball, so he's probably going to look at the middle of the pack. See if he can open it up a little bit more. But we're watching a game of chess now between these two guys.
Okay. Still not much on. Are we going to see a big break here? Oh, are we going to see another tappy tappy? I'm thinking a tappy tappy into the pack. Leave the white in the pack. It's like a
Yeah. So if you
it's not a snooker, but it's you've left yourself right in there where there's nothing to be hit.
In a sense, Flecky's saying to his opponent there,
Come and get it. Come
yeah,
and get it if you think you're hard enough.
You ain't got nothing.
You ain't got no techers, mate.
And Tony Lowe
Here we go.
responds.
Playing safety after safety.
It's just going to be a sparring match in the early game, but that's... Nobody wants to lose the
make a
first one.
mistake.
Yeah, absolutely, but no
Who's
one...
your money on? Who are you going to bet on? Who's
think
going to make the first mistake?
Flecky's probably the favourite, but Flecky's the wild card. Tony Lowe's here on the back of being the best player on his team this year.
The best player on which team is that?
It was the Catholic.
So representing the Catholic club, playing at home.
Yeah, that's
which
the
is a home
dirty bit.
advantage
He is
for
on
the- for
he
your
is
men.
on his home table as well.
Yeah. Is there much of a home advantage? You're part of the Apple Pool League here. Is there much of an advantage to be had at the Catholic club for playing at home?
I mean, I thought you were going to say is there a home advantage, because I was going to say not on my table, Tom. I play on the ship table, which is infamous in the league for being like crazy golf, I believe is the current polite way of putting it.
But with this here, what do we think?
I think Tony's got a little bit of an edge. I mean, he's at home, he's in an environment he knows, the people around him know who he is as well. Having said that, there are fans of Wayne Fletcher that are in today making a little bit of noise. So in terms of the crowd, it's pretty even. In terms of the table, it's Tony's table.
He's snuck 2 balls in there that are wedged deep inside that cushion.
It's going to make it interesting, that
That's going to
corner
be,
back.
yeah, that cushion could well decide the rest of the match later on in the game.
Yeah, I'd say red's got the edge. I think the red goes, the yellow doesn't. So red's got the edge.
We'll see. I mean, from the angle on the camera, I'd say that. From the angle that I can see just slightly on the table, I think there is a chance you might be able to get that yellow to poke behind the red there. And that could be the difference between this game.
Yeah, from the commentary position as well, I think you might have a point, Tom. If it's played cushion first, I think the yellow could pass the red. Looks like Flecky's eyeing it up right now.
I think it's passed, but it doesn't pop. But anyway.
So he's just trying to leave the white difficult. It's a real cagey first game of this series.
So low back to the table. Sits down. Yep. Same as what we'd expect.
So
I don't know if he'd be happy with that because he's not left the yellow right over the bag like I think you'd have wanted to after that shot.
yeah, it's a good call, Tom. I
And
think
the white's fine. We're happy with the white. I think he'll walk away from that thinking,
Fletcher's gone for the pot there, I think. He's certainly gone to put it, leave it over the bag.
Yeah, off the, if we look at that again, off the yellow here, I mean, if he's read that, the angle is there. So, fair play to him. He didn't have quite enough power, but that was on.
Yeah, I wonder if he was trying to just push the yellow up table and safe. He'd end up leaving it over the bag, but I think there's a little bit of creativity there that's not quite gone the way that Flecky would have imagined. Maybe 6 Jaeger bombs ago, he'd have been okay.
Well, yeah, exactly. And that is the problem at 4:30 in the afternoon on a bank holiday.
I mean, the 2 o'clock Jaeger bomb is exactly the kind of thing that's going to propel you to great things, right?
Well, I mean, balls, balls, balls. That's what I think is the key phrase for today.
Words
So-
that Tommy K has uttered many times before.
Fletcher on the balls. There we go. He's got a few options there. I mean, what do we think? Are we going to try and develop rather than anything else? I think, yeah, we're going for develop.
I think he's going to look to play into the red near the black, and yeah, he's just trying to open things up a little bit for
Yeah, he
himself.
opens up a little bit while still remaining that conservative, safe approach.
The problem you've got here, I feel, is if the yellow next to the red doesn't pass, and it's really difficult to be sure, yellows can't be cleared without 2 shots. But
This isn't a bad shot here from Lowe. We've not left much here. This is actually one of the better shots. We've put him under more pressure than any other.
Flecky tries to steal that corner. That's a great shot
That
by
is a
Wayne
great
Fletcher.
shot. We'll see that again. Because the angle to get this, and to miss the yellow here, because it takes guts to go for that, because you can easily end up potting your opponent's ball at that point.
Yeah, it's taken. I would say we've had some games that the quality, it might not have been there with regard to taking on pots, but now we've got a game where it's all safety, but it's good safety. Both players. Oh,
Is that a
he's
foul?
caught the jaw, and that's going to be
that a
2.
foul?
Yeah, I believe so.
Let's watch that again.
Watch it again.
Coming
Knuckle doesn't make it,
is-
and it
oh,
is a
then
foul.
that is
It's going to be
very
2 shots to
unfortunate.
Wayne Fletcher.
And that is
He's going to take the white.
the game-changing moment. He does take the white, obviously.
It was a game of chess right
That was
up
a
until there.
game-changing moment. There we go. A game of chess and somebody's broke. That's the end result. Advantage Fletcher going into this.
I would agree with advantage Fletcher, but the problem he's got
I
is...
don't think he's going to clear from here.
That's exactly right, Tom.
Do you think breaking up potting one of your opponent's balls to clear one of the pockets there is a good call?
That's what he's
There's
looking
a lot
at.
of pockets
He's
being
going to
covered.
maybe screw into the pack. He's missed the pack. That's not the shot you wanted.
So I see that. Because if you look into the middle of the game here, where the black and the 2 yellows are, that's what he's aiming to break up, to get his red out.
It was a nice idea. He was clearing a bag and trying to break up a difficult ball, but he's just not quite caught it well enough.
No.
And I don't think we're going to see him try and clear these, Tom.
He's still got 2 shots. He's still got 2 shots. I think at this point, he's got to go for balls.
He knows that he's got insurance at the top corner.
He's only got easy pots or this double on now.
This looks like he's going to... Yeah, he's just touching off it. So he's going to look for a telling safety here. He's not ready to clear these balls yet.
Yeah, so where does he go from here?
He's going to try and cover the bag, I think. Roll the red over, make the yellow that's at the top of our screen difficult. He's not
if he
hit it well.
tucks it behind the
He's
yellow
not hit
though,
it well.
doesn't quite do it. Unfortunate. If it had got behind this yellow here, sorry, let me just see that again. If it had got behind this yellow here, I think he would have been in a position of power. Another one of the opponent's balls locked off, unable to get out.
Tony looks to land in amongst the 2 yellows in the middle. That's a good shot by
Very
Tony.
nice.
That's
Breaks
a
up
really
his
good
2.
shot. Yeah, he's left the red that's down there, and Flecky could develop this red if he wanted to.
Fletcher out. I mean, it's the only ball he can hit without playing off cushions.
So Flecky plays a little
Oh,
roll
that,
up.
that was the shot right there. Very nice. Are those balls touching, do we think?
I don't think so, Tom.
So he's playing away anyway, so it's irrelevant. But he's another little safety shot. Ooh. Are we happy with that? I'm not
I
sure
think
we are.
Flecky might
I
have
think
a
Flecky
shot to
can
the
get
middle.
through the middle there. So that's a bit of a mistake from Lowe.
Oh, it's a good
Yeah.
pot. Where's the yellow? It sticks up. It's a chance for Flecky now. If he can...
Yeah, as soon as he'd left him that gap through the middle there, and he takes it through, he's not got many problem balls left here.
So he's going to take the one over the pocket. But he's got a little bit of a problem top right as we're looking, Tom. I don't know how he's going to get to the potting angle on that ball.
I'm not sure, because if he anywhere on the top cushion of the table there, he can play that ball in from the off.
Oh, it
I
looks
think
like
there's
a
a
snooker.
big enough gap
He's
there.
going to go for the snooker, Tom.
Is he? And he gets it.
Clever play. Clever play by Wayne Fletcher.
Very nice. Let's see that one. Yeah, it's a nice shot. You've got to wonder though at this point, when you've got 2 shots, is it the time to go for it? I think there's a lot of conservative play going on here.
Yeah, I think he couldn't see his way around, Tom. He of course, with 2 shots, you want to be, anytime you put your opponent's hand on the table, your opponent can win the game. But with 2 shots, you want to be clearing up. But if you can't see the path to the end of the game, you want to keep more balls on the table to keep yourself out of trouble. Chance to flick against this yellow and red here if Flecky plays that he has. He went for the pot and tried to open it up, and that could be the moment that changes
Yeah.
the complexion of this game.
So going back, playing that safety there, it was giving low respect as a player more than anything. That I want to play this safe. I think I don't want to give this man a chance on the table.
Tony Lowe with a clever shot there. He's not trying to pot the ball. He's just trying to flick the red away, gain the pocket, and now Flecky's got a problem. So we could see this game drag on a little bit as the two players try and find a way to get a win out of this. So Flecky straight away clearing the red away from that bag. He's decided that that bag's gone. The yellow's in the heart of the pocket. He isn't going to clear it out. He wants his balls in a different part of the table.
So there you go. This is actually quite a tight cut if you look at it on the table. Yeah. And I think, to be fair, on people who are watching this on stream afterwards, that was a tighter shot than it looked on the stream. I don't even know if watch it again.
I don't even know if Tony refused this one, Tom. I don't know if he was just trying to leave the white in a safe area. Maybe try and force Flecky to play this red.
I mean, he's left the white in a nice position for next time. Sorry, the yellow. He's left his ball in a nice position.
So Flecky wants everything over by this pocket that he feels belongs to him with the red.
Definitely
right in the
the
way.
most tactical game we've seen so far.
Yeah, it's cagey, but I like it.
He said to his opponent, it's this half snooker, isn't it? He said to his opponent, I've snookered you, unless you want to hit one of the ones that's over the bag.
Flecky plays a nice
Exactly
shot
what he
there. He
does.
catches the red first, opens it up, leaves his opponent behind the yellow, which is his own ball, but it's still kind of like a snooker.
It's a really nice shot.
And I think we're going to see the reverse now. We're going to see the snooker behind the red.
Yeah, does he get it there?
Well, he's only got one red that he can hit, I think, here, Flecky.
Alright.
So
Fletcher back on the ball.
we're going to see... This could get interesting here, Tom. It's going to be a little bit of tit for tat over by that corner bag until somebody gets the edge.
Somebody will.
Somebody will.
Here we go. For the viewers who didn't catch that, it was a beautiful shot. Very light, just made contact. And it's not put Lowe in a world of pain, but yeah, it hasn't given him anything, which is what we're aiming for here.
Fluffy.
Yeah.
That's an attempt at some kind of aggressive shot, so maybe Tony Lowe's got bored.
Do you think, if we watch this again, do you think he's actually going for trying to hit into the middle yellow, into the middle bag here?
Yeah, I think that's an attempted plan.
Because if that's what's going on there, then that's a great effort.
So Wayne Fletcher wants to keep it tight. He's sensed Tony's frustration, and he just said, "Okay, Tony, go and get frustrated, son."
Okay. Tony Lowe on the ball.
Looks like he's just trying to trickle off it. I don't understand that shot, Tom. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, what's your opponent? Yeah, he's going to have to pop this, but
No,
it
he's
gives him the
not.
option
He
to
won't.
keep
He'll have
this.
another go at the snooker here, Tom.
You think?
Yeah, he's just trying to get behind it. And that looks like a good effort. He's left the yellow still. He's left another yellow.
Get back to the action there.
So it's a real cagey affair right now. Neither player is in a position to win the frame, so they're just trying to tease themselves a way out of it. Wayne Fletcher tries to travel the table. Could this be a foul? He's just managed to leave the yellow in the jaws of the pocket. So Tony Lowe still needs to find a way to grasp a win. The key to this frame is going to be the balls that are at the bottom left of the table as we look. Tony's just trying to find a way to eke a win out of this. It's a real war of attrition going on right there. So he's made the red really difficult now for Wayne Fletcher to hit. It looks like if Flecky was to pot the other reds on the table, that he would force a re-rack. We're playing with a set of rules that means that if you can't play a legal shot, it is a re-rack. So Flecky just trying to roll up on the red at the top of the table. It's dropped into the bag, that's not what he was looking for. He's going to look cushion first to try and land, make it difficult for yellow. Oh, it's just a bit loose by Wayne Fletcher. So that's the first loose shot of the game, and it's a chance for Tony Lowe with 2 shots. Still problems out there.
Yeah, loosey-goosey, Mr. Lloyd. Loosey-goosey.
Yeah, the worst part is it came off his own shot. He tried to roll up onto the red, overhit it a little bit. Ball's in the bag, and that's always the way. And it's Tom Keegan's round at the bar. And that's what the crowd want to see.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after a short interlude. Do not fear, it's for beer.
So Tony Lowe still got 2 in hand. He's cleared the bag. He's on the yellows. He's looking good for it as the Ship B captain, Mr. Adam Wellsford, steps into the commentary booth.
Hello, hello.
So, how have you found the season so far, Adam?
All good.
I mean, Ship B, they've not been quite the team that you said they were going to be earlier in the year, right?
No, we haven't done as well as we expected, but it's just one of them things. Bigger and better next season, it's always the way.
So, what do you put it down to?
Well, we've been amazing the last couple of years, so we had to have a year where we weren't as good as they expected, so it's just one of them things.
And in true Liverpool fashion, is next year going to be our year?
It's gonna definitely be our year. The Ship B is gonna win everything next season. Standard. As the captain of the best team in the league, it's got to be the way it is.
So taking it back to the live action, Tony Lowe with a great clearance there. This is superb pool.
Yeah, it's not normal.
It's been cagey.
Look at him there. He saw this opening, he's took it.
Yeah, so it's a mistake by Wayne Fletcher.
What a finish.
And it's going to be 1-0 to Tony Lowe. And we've got a great game on our hands right now between 2 really good players.
What a finish. That's a great finish for Tony Lowe.
So Tony Lowe with the first blood. Who's your favourite in this match, Adam?
Personally, 2 great players smashing it out. Your guess is as good as mine, to be honest.
Adam firmly on the fence, which is a position he enjoys being in.
Indeed. You never know.
I'm not saying...
I think Flecky's a great player, Tony's a great player. No one knows.
I mean, it's all great players left now, to be totally honest.
Yeah.
We got Gordon Ward in the final, who wants to step into the commentary booth. So we're going to put him in for a moment and get some of his thoughts on the tournament so far. So, just for anyone that it doesn't know, Gordon is from the Catholic Club. Are you? So, Gordon's from the Catholic Club, as is Tony Lowe. Gordon, how are you enjoying the tournament so far?
Going really well, obviously. I'm in the final, so I can't complain, could I?
Yeah, sensational play against Ash Jones in the semi-final. How did you feel as you were into that decider?
Going into the side, I'm not been showing any nerves. I've just been a bit cheesed off with the way I'm getting out of position and having to pull out pot after pot to get back into position.
So, are you saying that when you get into the final, which is, you're there, it's going to be the next game that we show on stream.
Yeah.
in the final, is the thing that you're going to improve just being in position, basically, controlling that white ball?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If I control the white ball, I fancy my chances.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's 2 good players still to beat.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to beat. If I beat them, I've got to beat one.
Yeah, I mean,
You can't decide which way this one's going to go, can you?
I mean, Flecky's on fire this year. He's won the doubles, the trebles, the league, the second division, of course.
Yeah.
I believe the person sat next to me in the commentary booth might have been part of the team that won the first division.
Yeah, I was, yeah. I just look at these two. I look at Flecky. Flecky likes to play the second game. I think Tony's game is hard to beat. He's one of these players that if you beat him, you've earned it, because he'll tie pockets up. It's like the Cliff Thorburn of pool. The Eddie Charlton of pool.
I've got to say that from my perspective of playing in the league for a few years now, that the Catholic club have got 2 good teams, to be fair. And you've got some real wily players. I think the snooker tables in the club help.
Yeah, well, myself and my brother, who's not in the tournament, we come in here regular playing snooker, as does Kev McAleer, who unfortunately got beat by Flecky in the first round, which Kev liked to play an open game, and if he played a different game, he might have snuck the game, but Kev being Kev, he likes to pop, and Flecky just tied him up in the end. So yeah, we have got good players that do play snooker, and I'm pretty sure it does help. If you can put a long ball on the snooker table, you get on the pool table, it becomes a little bit easier.
Absolutely. I mean, from a personal point of view, a lack of ability to play snooker might be my downfall.
Well, it's only a walk over from your local, isn't it? You can't complain to me if it's just a short walk.
No, that's absolutely right. And I tell you what, the pool's cheaper in here as well.
Yeah, and the beer is.
This is true.
Yeah,
this is true.
20p for the pool, 20p for the light. So if you fall in hard times, it's not expensive to play in here.
I would say the Catholic Club is the hub of pool in Earlham.
Okay.
I think that's why we chose to bring this tournament to the Catholic Club. You've got 2 tables. They were reclothed ahead of the tournament, which definitely helped.
Have you noticed how fast they are?
Yeah. I mean, they're playing great, which I imagine is helping you out.
Yeah. Have you noticed the middle pockets are a bit jumpy though?
Yeah, well, we mentioned in the semi-final that there was a few balls missed to the middle for you. Is that something that's on your mind?
Yeah, it is. I played 3 or 4 shots in the middle pocket, and they've either bounced out or they've been nowhere near. So
yeah.
It's playing on my mind, but a little bit softer.
How's the table playing? Because I've not been out there myself.
I've not seen anyone. I've not heard anyone complain of any role.
There was one shot earlier on that I watched. Someone played as we're looking at the table right now. Somebody played to the bottom right corner.
Yeah.
And it looked like it came toward the bottom right corner. He actually
hugged the cushion.
He missed. Well, he missed by quite a way, and it kind of curved round toward the bottom corner. So.
New cloth, that might just be the nap.
It could well be the nap. You're absolutely right.
I've not seen anything myself.
They are playing pretty true, to be totally honest.
Play the cue ball slow, but you play slow ball on the table, and it just rolls forever.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I think it's a great venue to host this tournament, to be honest. You've got the 2 tables, they're playing well, they've been reclothed, the beer's cheap, the company's good. You can't complain, right?
No, I'm not complaining about the beer. I'm on Coca-Cola. I'm driving later, so I thought I'll stay on the Coke.
I feel like it's a significant advantage being on the soft drinks.
Maybe. I'm looking at Flecky. It looks like he's had a few, doesn't he? I might if I get him in the final, I might have a little bit of advantage on the. He's had a few too many.
I think that Flecky might have actually dried up the Jägermeister supply in the Catholic tonight.
I've been watching him. He's had a drinking buddy over there, hasn't he?
He has, that's right.
He's been leading him astray. He's a bad influence, but aren't all women.
Well, there you go. Social commentary from Gordon Ward in the commentary booth.
Yeah. My wife's not listening in.
I was going to say, this is a man with 2 daughters as well, right?
Yeah, 2 daughters, yeah. 2 daughters and a son.
Two daughters, 1 son, 1 wife, and women are the problem.
How do you know about my 2 daughters?
the less said, the better.
Okay, I'm going to leave you now.
That table kept spare, like free if you had the odds one. People are right to go.
You can play on that, yeah. Hey, Gordon, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you in the commentary booth. Good luck in the final, and we look forward to seeing you again.
New takers.
So we've just had Steve Brooks, the chairman of the committee, walk into the room. We're going to get him live onto the commentary. So, Steve, how's the league gone this year?
Pretty well.
So we've seen, is it an increase in teams this year? We've had an increase in divisions.
Yeah, everybody asks that question, and it's one I'd love to be able to answer, but we don't know until after the AGM when we know how many teams we've got. So,
Yeah. We've had a good year for the season. We had a well-contested first division, which eventually was won by a team that no one can remember the name of them, and we don't know who plays for them or anything else.
It's the same one that won last year.
And we're just saying that speaking to Gordon Ward, who's made his way into the final, and he's a good player. And we were just saying that what a great venue to host it in. We've got 2 tables that have been reclothed. The playing relatively true. The beer's cheap, which always helps.
That's one of the reasons we like the place.
So, what have you got planned for the league as we move forward into the?
Brooks is in the house.
As we move forward into the next year and beyond.
Well, we always try to build and move on, you know. Adam, who's standing to my left, has been around a lot of pubs in Eccles trying to recruit new teams. We the alternative, not just in name, we don't play black ball, so certain teams may like to have a change, and if so, we'd welcome them.
Yeah, well, funny enough, we've talked about the rules and the differences in the rules today on stream. What's the justification there? What is it that you feel makes the alternative Pool Players League what it is? Why is it great? What is it about the rules that makes it interesting?
I've just walked in. I've not made any notes. We have nothing against black ball rules. We're just based on the old rules with no real intention to change. That's what we play. They play black ball, and as I say, we're the alternative.
I think we've seen today we've witnessed some great players, we've witnessed some great shots,
Yeah.
we've watched some entertaining pool, and more importantly than that, we've watched a group of players who know each other well, have enjoyed each other's company. There's been a little bit of banter and lightheartedness in the room, but the game's played in a really good spirit, and I think one of the things about the Apple League is the camaraderie that's shared amongst all of the players.
It's good to hear. Yeah, we want to be competitive. Take you long, did it? Competitive, but friendly.
Yeah.
Is what we aim for.
And let's be honest, the competition is always there on any league night, any competition. There's definitely an edge.
Absolutely, nobody wants to lose, but you know, it should be done in a sportsman's-like way, sportsmanship-like way.
So, in a totally impartial, chairman-like kind of attitude, the players that are currently left are Gordon Ward, who's through to the final,
Right.
and we've got Wayne Fletcher and Tony Lowe, who are playing out this semi-final.
Right.
Who do you fancy?
It's kind of the usual suspects, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
You've always got a fancy Flecky.
Absolutely.
Gordon plays on my team. Tony used to play on my team. It's a tough shout, really.
Yeah. No, 100%. Probably nice from your perspective to have 2 representatives from the Catholic club as well.
Absolutely. Anyway, I'm going to take a break now.
Yep, Steve, it's been great to talk to you. Thank you for coming in and talking to us.
All right.
And enjoy the rest of your day.
And you, thank you.
Tom, welcome back.
Hi everyone.
So we're probably going to take you through for most of the rest of the day. There might be some breaks from the pair of us.
Well, it's nice to have a bit of a different chat, especially from the chairman of Appler Pool League itself.
Yeah, absolutely, the heartbeat of the league. And it's not an easy position to be in.
No, it is a league that is growing strength to strength.
Yeah, almost the rebels of the pool world. I mean, the code of the rules that are played, they're definitely not normal.
No, I mean, it's in the name, isn't it? The alternative
Yeah,
pool players.
you're absolutely right, Tom. But they create some interesting games. Now, there's criticism sometimes that the game can be a bit defensive, but if I'm being totally honest, I like that. I like the fact that it's.
Does the defensiveness suggest? I think is the biggest statement to make.
Oh, we've seen drama today, Tom.
Exactly. I've really enjoyed. Well, Fletcher and Lellinger has been a prime example. The previous game there, I've really enjoyed watching the defensive masterclass from both players.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and it's only going to get cagier when that £50 prize is on the line in the last game.
Oh yeah, that 50 quid everybody's chasing.
Yeah, think of all the things that you can buy with that 50 quid.
Exactly. I mean, people like to call them vouchers for certain things, but yeah, you could buy certain things with 50 quid.
It's absolutely true. The amount of things that you could buy with £50, you could buy things.
Yeah.
It's only trying to get into that cluster of yellows.
Just missed the cluster there. If he'd have broke that up, I think he'd have been in a very strong position. I just watched again, he's very close.
Tony's just flicked off the yellows. He's trying to leave a snooker. Flecky, I'm looking at this, Tom. I'm looking at this.
Fletcher in a tough position here.
I'm wondering if you can go twice across the table, Tom. If you look at this angle right now, go back to the other shot, actually. Oh, he's seen something else, Flecky. I don't know what he's going for. He's seen something else. He's just going to play the red. Oh, he's missed it. The jaws of the pocket have hurt him. Take a replay again there, Tom. I just wonder if you go twice across the table. If you'd have gone to the top, then the bottom as we look in a Z shape, I think he could have potted the ball. To be fair to Flecky,
two cushions and out there.
he would have left the black impossible, to be honest. So even if he'd have potted it.
Away 2 shots.
Yeah, that's the problem.
This is a big advantage here.
This is a huge opportunity for Tony Lowe. I would say the local favourite. The bar staff have been talking about him all day.
Good shot. Nice cue action now in the backspin.
So he's looking at the. We're going to watch this shot again.
Yeah, nice bit of cue action here to get himself back, and he leaves himself the whole table there.
That's right. He's looking at the left. The yellow to the left of the screen as we see it, and then he's going to leave himself the one that's low down. That's okay. That's not going to bother him. That isn't going to upset him.
The table back to Fletcher here. Fletcher is in a world of pain.
The problem he's got, Tom, is if he plays this one, he's missed it. Wow. I wasn't expecting that.
Not at this stage of the game.
He was already thinking about his next shot here.
Yeah.
Because if he pots this one, he's got to take the one over the pocket. Like, he's got to, because he's got to get out for the other one. And he's already worried about that, and I think that's led to what he's left with. Now, Flecky's not happy here, because he doesn't know.
Well, we knew Fletcher was going to be in trouble here no matter what. When he
he
came
doesn't.
back to the table.
He's gone cushion first. There's not much else he can do. Like, it's so difficult to find a good shot there, but he has thrown.
Red is looking bad.
All right, so Tony Lowe. Tony Lowe now with an opportunity to go 2-0 up in this semi-final. And we could see an all-Catholic final if Tony can win the 3.
Yeah. It's a. There we go.
He's missed it. Oh, he hit it. That wasn't the heart of the pocket, but he'll take it, and that's 2-0 to Tony Lowe. Phil.
Yeah, and that's it's going to be a big ask now for Fletcher to come back. He does have the skill to do it. You know, he's come back from these kind of positions before in his league matches, so we're not writing him down and out at this stage. But yeah, it's been good play by Lowe so far. So just racking up the balls here. We've got bearing in mind, everyone, the winner of this game will then go on into the final. So this is a match that matters, and they'll be playing W. Fletcher in the final if they go ahead to win this one. And they'll be doing that for the £50 prize pot. Let's have a look at that break again. This is Fletcher on the ball. Sorry, this is Low on the ball, who pots down a white ball. So leaving Fletcher now. A white ball in hand and an open table. Now he doesn't look too happy about the situation here. So let's see what he decides to do. But it's he's got 2 shots in hand. The table's his. He looks like he's really unhappy about the fact that he's got 2 shots in hand. I'm a bit confused about why.
I think he's hurting from the last game that he feels like he threw away, and to be honest with you, it's possibly both games that he feels like he's thrown away. He's got to sit down now, screw his head back on, and come up with a way to get back into this game.
Yeah, he has an open table now with the white ball down. All the balls on the table.
So this is a difficult yellow, but if he gets rid of it, they're still difficult to me, but this is the hardest one. So he's got rid of one problem ball.
Yellow down.
He's still got 2 in hand. So Wayne Fletcher on yellow, Tony Low on red. Oh, he's in the middle bag.
Oh, he's unhappy about that.
Flecky
Obviously, he's put too much spin on it. It's unfortunate. Yeah. Obvious disappointment. Still had a shot in hand there, remember?
Yeah, it's disappointing from Flecky, to be honest. Will he get another chance? Tony might run a little bit far here.
Oh, I think Tony might have left himself in a bit of struggle there.
Yeah, he was trying to leave the red that looks like trouble into this corner nearest to us on the left-hand side. He might still have a go at it because it's a problem. If he pots this ball, they're all there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a great effort. He's still got to keep digging away, Tom. He's not left himself anything easy.
It's a real struggle. I mean...
Just want to kick Jess's ass.
So that's a miss. So he's got 1 shot in hand.
You got to wonder if these are 2 players who wanted to win so much and were starting to feel the pressure of being in the semi-finals there.
Yeah, it always gets harder the closer to the line you get, Tom.
That's a nice shot. Gets himself good position.
That is a nice shot by Tony. They're all there now, Tom.
Yeah.
They're all there.
Slightly unweighty, if you will.
Oh, he's missed the red.
Do you know, I think that comes down to his previous shot there, where he didn't quite get enough white power. So if he'd got a little bit further on that, I think he'd have left himself an easier shot in the end.
This is Flecky's chance right
now.
He
knows he could have hit that in.
This is Flecky's chance, but there's so much pressure on it, Tom.
Yeah, of course there is. He's got the world to make up here.
He's trying to put Tony in trouble, and it's not a bad effort.
No. Yeah, he's got a lot to prove here. He's made it this far to the final, and if he gets whitewashed at this point, it's not going to look good. I mean, he's the last representative from his team, is he not?
That's absolutely right. The higher on social have had a lot of abuse tonight, let's be honest. And Wayne Fletcher's the last man standing. They've had a great season. They have had a great season.
Yeah, and you know, he wants to go out representing that their team can go out and do it and produce the results.
Yeah, and Flecky's a great player as well, but he's just got to...
Best on their team. Well, the results would argue.
Well, I mean, we have got some of the best players in the league. Wayne Fletcher's in the semi-final. The results speak for itself. Oh, he's just... I think his head's beating him.
What's he gone for here?
He's tried to pot the ball.
If we look at this.
He tried to pot the ball. He's missed it by the way.
There's not much...
steps in. So, do you know what? That's a loose shot by Tony.
Yeah, it is. And while we were watching that replay, it was an easy little pop there on the red from Low. And he leaves himself on here.
That's not going to drop. Chance for Wayne Fletcher, but he's really got to switch it on now.
Player of Tony Lowe's calibre shouldn't have been missing a shot like that.
Which round is it? It's alright, I got time yet.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not mine. I just bought the last one.
Alright, so Wayne Fletcher, he's got 3 yellows on the table. They can all be potted.
There we go. Nice pot.
Problem
Leaves
he's got here,
himself.
Tom, is either one that he takes, it's not easy to get
I think
on
he goes on this. It naturally leads up the table. If he gets the weight right, he'll leave himself a nice cut.
He's screwed over to it.
He's
It's a good
screwed
shot.
over
He's
to it.
fine. The knuckles helps him out.
No, that's very nice.
One good shot, Tom. One good shot.
Yeah, so the cue action on this to get up there and onto the shot he's now about to play, very nice.
Oh, he's hit the cushion first. The only thing he's got
He
going
has guarded
for him,
the cushion for it. If
covered the bag.
Yeah, if Low comes on now to the black, he's guarded what would be the obvious black.
This is not easy for Tony. Not easy at all.
And where's he going? Is he going up the table here? No. The only ball he can really go for is this central one.
I think he might even look for a safety here, because this is so difficult.
And let's have a look at the other angle. Is the safety... I think the safety is quite obvious, but is it an easy safety to get out of? That's the question.
Absolutely, but the problem he's got is I don't see how he's getting both of these balls down. Let's see what he goes for.
Going up the table.
So he's played to try and make it difficult for Flecky.
Where does the white ball land?
I can't see
I
it.
think he's got what
you're
was
right.
the easy safety,
I think you're
but
right.
in a better position. That's a harder safety to get out of now.
Flecky's going to go up and down. He's just got to hit this yellow. That's what it comes down to. If he misses this yellow, I think it's game over. He's got to hit the yellow.
So Fletcher possibly on his last stand.
He looks like he's under hit it again.
Under hit it possibly.
He's under hit.
I think that's 2 shots.
This is advantage Tony Lowe.
Fortunately. Yeah.
Tony Lowe pots
Tony
the ball,
takes
so he's got
advantage.
2 in hand. 2 shots to make his way into the final. He just flicks one ball forward.
I'm not sure I like that. If you can get through on this second shot, we see another angle here. I'm sure that helps.
Oh, he
Or
might
can
have put it
get through.
safe. This is tough now. This is tough.
Now,
This is for a place in the final.
now, what do we have here?
He's missed the shot. Is he going to leave the black? Chance for Fletcher. He wouldn't have been expecting this. He would not have been expecting this. And the pressure of the tournament starting to show. Fletcher down on the
he's struggled here. Let's get back to Fletcher.
It's game Fletcher. We go 2-1, and we wouldn't have been expecting that. Tony Lowe had the final in his grasp.
Yeah, and it's a very nice finish from Fletcher there. And let's be honest here, we're totally impartial here in the commentator booth, but it makes for a great final, which is what we're all here to see. So 2-1 going into the final. Bearing in mind, everyone, it is best of 5 at this point. So first person to get 3 points will take the victory. Fletcher's got a lot of work to do, but yeah, he lives to see another day.
Yeah, it felt like he lost his head a little bit there, Tom, to be totally honest.
I think he got away with one.
Yep.
He's made it through.
Yeah.
And now let's see if he can recompose, get his head down, and yeah, get a win out of it.
This is the thing right now is, if you're either of these two players right now, if you're Wayne Fletcher, you're feeling good. If you're Tony Lowe, you're not. He's one game away.
Well, he's got momentum, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Fletcher's got momentum going into this.
Tony Lowe is one game away from the final, but he cannot be feeling good right now. Wayne Fletcher just got that little boost that you need.
So going in, we're just waiting for a rewrite little interlude here as the players gain their composure. They know what's at stake.
Yeah, it's been
tokens. That's what's at stake.
It's been beer tokens.
Beer tokens,
of the
indeed.
£50 kind. It's been a great tournament so far, Tom.
Down in London, you might get 5 beers for that. So, you know, this is big money at stake. Down at the Oldham Catholic, how many beer tokens is that worth?
I mean, you won't remember if you drink them all.
More than you can remember. That's how many. This is big money at stake.
Let's just talk about the path that the players have taken to get to the final, because there's some impressive wins in here. Wayne Fletcher came through. He beat Kev McElhill, who was literally the #1 seed.
Went out in round 1, which was a big surprise.
That's a lie, actually. He was the #2 seed. But Wayne Fletcher beat Kev McElhill. He beat Dave Haves, who had a great game in the previous round against Steve Cunliffe. He beat... Well, that's it, actually. They're all the people he beat.
Yeah. I mean, there have been some big surprises. I mean, the most notable has been Ash Jones coming through as the wild card, nearly making it to the final.
I mean, Ash had a great tournament and just fell short when it came to Gordon Ward, and what a game that was in the semi-final. So on the other side of the draw, we've got Tony Lowe. Tony Lowe came through the red half. He beat Harley Dodd, which, to be honest with you, that was the draw that most people would have wanted in the first round. But then beat Paul Lewis, and Paul Lewis is a good player. He beat Paul Lewis 3-0 and it was comfortable.
Yeah, definitely. So back on the main table here, we've got Reds down. So
yeah, so Wayne Fletcher on the Reds. And he's just going to play the plan.
You know, he's looking good for that. That's a good break for him to put a red down.
Yeah, well, we know he's got a big break, and he's potted a ball, he's on the next ball. That's all you can ask for.
You know, an 8-ball here would be, you know, and it is there for him.
We're talking about momentum, Tom, and if you come off the back of the last frame and then put an 8-ball clearance together...
Yeah, you've got your opponent worried at that point.
Yeah, you're damn right. This is the shot, I feel. The next shot.
Yeah, so nice little skew off there.
Floats at the table, and the next shot is huge.
Yeah, so he gets down. Now, where's he looking to go after this, though? I can't help but feeling that there's...
Just trying to drop it in.
I was thinking I can't help but feeling this is a shot to... not to clear. What I want to say.
He's got to drop this in again, Tom. He's just got to drop it in. If he drops it in...
This is a tough shot. If we look down the table here, this is a tough shot.
It's going to rattle.
Do you know, over the bags is not the worst he could hope for.
Nah, it's not a bad
He's
result.
not happy with it.
He's left the white quite difficult as well. Tony Lowe's got a problem to solve there.
Now, where are we going here? Just clips a yellow on the way up to the black there. So just a bit of a tactical shot there. I'm not sure it's come off for Lowe, to be honest. Looks like Fletcher's got a pretty good advantage here.
He pots that red. Oh, can he pot this?
I don't. Do you know?
Can he pot this?
He's left himself. Even if he can pot it though, he can't cue this ball onto a position on the black.
I think he's just going to touch up against it and say, "Go on then, Tony. What have you got?"
And that's exactly what he does. because I think he knew, even if it was possible, he was never getting near the finishing position.
That's your problem. The black's difficult. Tony Lowe's got a puzzle to solve
Yeah,
now.
so you might as well keep that cushion, or that pocket even, covered. You know, two of Lowe's balls are over that bag. Keep them covered. Live to see another day.
Whenever you've got 2 of your balls over the bag as well, that's a mistake, Tom.
Yeah. If you watch that, yeah. Left himself up. And while watching the replay
in
there.
the meantime, I think Flecky's got away with it, to be honest. He wanted to leave the black to the middle.
Fletcher's just potted that ball, and that's where the whites landed.
Blame the director for the lack of live coverage.
And there we go.
Flecky has rattled the black.
Oh,
Chance for Tony now.
Unfortunate.
If he can clear these balls. So Tony just plays the safety. If Flecky can find a path through to this black, it should drop.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough shot. There's so many obstacles in his way here.
I think there's a two-cushion escape, Tom. It's coming off the left cushion as we look, and the bottom cushion, a little bit of left-hand side.
The left onto the bottom, and then up through where the 2 balls.
That's right. There's a lot of obstacles
between the 2 and the 1 ball in the central table. Between that gap, down into the black. I mean, it's a tough shot.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to stake your tournament life on this shot.
Oh, no way. No way.
I mean, is there a chance as well? Even if he hits this shot, he could follow through.
100%. You've got to play it slow. Because...
But if you play it slow, you know, there's a foul here would be... Even hitting the ball but not fouling would be better.
Yeah, it feels like all or nothing. It feels like all or nothing. I don't know what
We're looking at a different shot here than the one we have predicted.
He's going to play for a lot of side spin. I think there's an angle.
Should we look up the table and see what he's seeing that we're not? He's seeing a shot.
He's going to play it with a lot of side.
On the left-hand side of those 2 yellows, with side.
Here he goes. Yeah, he's had a go. It was never easy. 2 shots for Tony Lowe. He's been here before. He's been on the verge of the final. 2 shots. What can he do with these?
Yeah. Doesn't choose to move the white though. Interesting decision behind the line.
He's missed the first one. So it's going to be 1 shot.
Yeah, I think there's something.
Concentration. I didn't want to jump in before.
So he's only got 1 visit right now. Will he look for another snooker, or will he start?
I mean, there looks like what is a reasonably easy snooker behind the yellows. The problem he's got is any snooker he gets here. If Fletcher gets out of the snooker, he wins the game.
That's right. I think he's left a chance here, Tom. He's left a 1 cushion escape.
It's a good snooker in a sense. We don't quite see it there, but it's a good snooker in a sense. But
Fletcher's down
you're
quickly.
essentially leaving it up to your opponent
He's down
whether
quickly.
you win or not.
I think he fancies it.
He's going up the table.
It looks soft. It looks soft, Tom. The line's good, but the weight's not there.
Made it.
The line was perfect.
That is unfortunate
This
for
is the
Fletcher.
3rd time today we've seen Wayne Fletcher underhit a shot. And it might just be the table. We talked about the advantage.
The home advantage of, the level of the cloth, how much it's been worn. These are all factors. No, it is unfortunate. So, Lowe, 2 shots, white in hand. He's chosen to put the white there. He has taken it up and moved it.
All right, so here we go. Tony Lowe, a chance to get into the final.
He nearly gets lucky there. Yeah.
Right. So Tony Lowe's only got one visit right now. He's got to clear everything or prevent Wayne Fletcher from getting a pass to the black.
So Low getting down. Let's have a look at the other angles that you might be able to see here.
Looks like the one to the middle is the one to take.
One to the middle could go long. I think the one to the middle is the easier shot.
I would say he's worried about the one that's nearest to the black. Oh, he's missed a shot, Tom.
And you know, that is a shot that Low doesn't miss on a regular basis.
We weren't expecting that. And
Not at all.
Fletcher can see the black, so this looks like 2-all, and we're going to a decider.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it, Tom. That was...
And yeah, an easy shot there from Fletcher to pop the black in.
So we're going to go to a coin toss to decide who breaks. Wayne Fletcher getting the Jaeger bombs in. Can we get the long angle to see if we can see this?
We can, yes.
So Wayne Fletcher at the top of the table, and he has just seen off a Jaeger bomb. You can't quite see it on the screen, but that's great to see.
And, you know, that is sportsmanlike behaviour, isn't it? It's going to the table saying, do you know what? I'm here to have fun. I'm not here for the prize money, for the fame, for the fortune. I'm here for the prestige.
Yeah, and I mean that's what we want to see. That's what we're here for today. So Wayne Fletcher. So we're going to see a coin flip. We can't get a camera on it. Fletcher hits the roof. Tony calls. Wayne Fletcher looks like he's won the break here. He's going to hit these hard, Tom. He's going to hit these hard. And I will take over all solo as the director leaves the booth.
Fletcher's going in with momentum now, and that is the biggest thing that he's got going for him.
Watch this break, fellas. And ladies. Expect some power. Oh, he's lost the white. The white's off the table. You don't want to do that in the decider in a semi-final. It's going to be 2 shots to Tony Lowe. It's nice and open. So we're going to bring in Ash Jones now, as Tony Lowe's at the table.
Hello, guys.
So, how do you rate Tony's chances there of clearing these?
Has he gone on yellows?
Yeah, he's on the yellows.
To be honest with you, quite highly because the reds aren't great either.
He's
so
missed that one. So he's still got a visit. Still got a visit in hand. We've been saying on the stream that Ash, you've played sensationally today. You got to feel good about the way you performed.
Yeah, to be honest, I wrote myself off before I even got there, and it wasn't anything to do with the seeding. It's just I'm trying to play with confidence, but in my head I'm also writing myself off before I know it. So, but no, I'm happy with the way I performed. I've competed with some of the best players there, and like I said, I started off in the prelim, knocking out Lee. It's a good result. I saw it. But it's been a good little ride to the semi-final, but it's a shame I couldn't make it there.
Yeah, it was a great semi-final between you and Gordon Ward.
Better man won in my eyes, to be honest. Played well, Gordon. He grinded the games out, and that's what you need to do in the semi-finals.
Honestly, you will come out of this tournament with your head held high. We've watched you on stream today. You've played some great games. We've watched you off stream. We've commentated on it while it's been going on. You've won games convincingly. You've come back from behind. You've played some great games today, Ash. So you've got to come away from this tournament feeling good, especially as the lowest ranked player in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the lowest ranked player as well. The seeding, obviously, it does count for some of it.
That's a shocker from Tony Lowe. Oh, he's got away with it.
But I think Flecky will be happy to see that though, because then he's got 2 yellows over that pocket where the red is, so Tony's going to struggle to sort of develop these 2.
It's been an interesting game. Tony took the lead early, but he's lost the momentum in the recent frame.
Could it be another social sweep?
Well, it's starting to look like Wayne Fletcher's going to have an opportunity to get to the final, but Gordon Ward stopped the social train in the semi-final.
Yeah, he's got and put an end to it. No, I just Wayne just needs to keep his head, sorry. He's losing his head a little bit.
It looked like his head was gone in the third game that he got away with. He managed to come out victorious.
The minute he could get away with murder, I think, at this time. No, he's a fantastic. They're both fantastic players. They both know, the ins and outs of the table. So it's been a really good game to watch, and it's been a really good tournament to be a part of. Credit to where credit's due with Lloyd taking it in control, and it's been a success in my eyes.
I mean, I've not done very much. I've basically got drunk and watched people play pool.
But you still organised it, mate, and that's all that matters. You've still gone out there, put it together. You've got the players in.
So it was interesting you were saying about Flecky in the third game. Like, his head was gone, right?
Yeah, his head was well and truly gone. Nice shot from Tony there, brilliant shot actually.
We noticed there were some great plays from you earlier on, getting out of snookers, laying snookers back.
Yeah.
That's your game, right, Ash?
Yeah, it's one of my strong points to my game. That I know I can pot as well. That's a great shot that by Flecky though. Wayne, sorry, keep going in Flecky.
Yeah. Good season from the Soch.
Yeah, it's been a good season. To be honest, I was a bit upset when I left the ship because Adam's a good captain and he took me under his wing really well. But it was one of them. It was just a match made in heaven, really. Like, it was bound to happen sooner or later that I'd be joining the social. But it's been a good season, and the boys have took me in well.
How was it playing with your dad?
Oh, normally I'm asleep by that point. But I do try and wake up for when the game's finished. And to be honest with you, I think Flecky will take these out. I think he'll clear these.
Flecky's capable of it. The black might be a little bit of an issue.
Perfect. Brilliant shot. I think the black's area. I think it creeps in the middle there.
It definitely goes.
I was going to say, you've got to play it just dead weight though, I think. Nothing too heavy.
Well, we watched Paul Widdowson earlier on, where he had a thing cut to the middle, and they were all there. He just overcut it, and he's the only guy today to get an 8-ball. He's a good player.
Yeah, I have been impressed with how Paul performed. I was trying to keep up with his game against Gordon Ward, and he did really well. He competed with a strong player in Gordon.
It looks like Flecky might be out of position here. What do you think he's going to do?
Yeah, I think he has just run out a bit too far. When he's played the plant into the bottom corner, I think he's just played it a bit too heavy. I think he was hoping to just keep the other red, sacrificed onto the pocket, but you never know though. If he cuts this back, the white's coming back up table, so it's not a bad shot. Dangerous shot, but he's got away with it, I think.
Yeah, he's left the yellow at table, so he's still going to have work to do at some point, but he has kept it kind of tidy.
Yeah, I think this is where it becomes a game of cat and mouse now, a bit of chess.
We've seen this from these two players already today. They're more than prepared to trade blows until somebody shows a chink in the armour.
It's great when you have a match like this because they're both quality players. They both know the table so well. Not on about like the table. I mean just the all round of the game.
Yeah, it's the angles, isn't it?
No, it'll be interesting to see what Wayne does here. I think I have an idea. Maybe just glance off it.
He's tried to cover the bag, I think.
I don't know. It's a good shot. It's a good shot.
He's made it interesting.
But he's sort of asking for a bit of trouble.
It's advantage Tony Lowe. Any guy that's got his hand on the table has always got a chance. So they're going to both try and make it. It's just it's a case of who blinks first now, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. Like he's been under-hitting a lot of his shots recently.
Yeah, we've commented on that.
Hopefully if he plays this with a bit of side off a cushion, he should be okay. Yeah,
That's a good hit. Have you got the snooker?
So not a bad effort at all.
Is it me? Is it my round?
I know it is.
Yeah, mate.
Good shot by Tony Lloyd there. Like I said, this is a game of cat and mouse. He might just glance off his red to knock the other red in. No, positive thinking by Fleck. Great shot.
Plays a safety shot.
But he could be in trouble there, Fleck, in his next visit. Oh, it's a touching ball apparently. That makes the case more interesting. But no, it's been a fantastic day. I've really enjoyed my pool. There's been some really good pool on show as well. You know, a lot of support here. It's been brilliant.
You've had a great run down into the semi-finals as the wild card. So
yeah, definitely. Like I said, I wrote myself off a bit, but I got there. You know, got and produced some good pool.
yeah, this is the beautiful thing about a knockout tournament, though, is that it really is anyone's game.
Yeah,
you can't just say the favourite is the one who's going to win it.
Exactly.
So there we go. Low can hit away here. Doesn't have to hit a ball.
I think Tony's played this too hard. I think he's played this way too hard.
Yeah, anyway, I think he was trying his best there to get behind the two yellows.
Yeah, he's just
quite
tried leaving it
manage
on the back cushion there just to keep it safe.
Yeah, do you know, it's not far off, but yeah, the margins in this game, it's not good enough.
It's all about.
You can play better.
It's all about having a good weight to your game as well. You know, not playing everything too hard, keeping it nice and composed at the table. Something what I lacked a bit on the red and missed against Gordon.
Good shot from Fletcher.
It's a good shot that by way.
Yeah.
It's what he does with his black. I think it creeps in the middle, but I'm not too sure. But it's one of them in his head. He'll be thinking, if I miss, it's game over. He's digging down. He's digging down deep. He's trying to screw this out.
Oh,
it's
and
a cracking shot
that.
Away.
To get that
Brilliant
away
shot.
is phenomenal.
Fantastic shot. We're getting a replay on that because that's how good. That's how good.
It was a great shot. Absolutely great shot.
He's taking his time now. He's composing himself, as you should do though. Nice and easy from Lloyd. And he sinks it. Game. It's a social sweep.
There it is. Fletcher takes it.
Great game.
From 3-0 down as well. It's got to be said.
3-0 down from another social player as well.
And that's it. So going into the final now, we've got Gordon Ward
versus Wayne Fletcher.
Exactly. Is it going to be a tough final, do you think?
I think it'll go all the way again. I can't pick a winner.
Can you see a tactical game on the way?
Very tactical, this one. This will be very cagey as well.
Yeah.
Both of them will try and not make a mistake. They won't want to miss much. They want to make sure the snookers are in.
Are we at two top-tier players there?
I think these two are arguably your two favourites, to be really honest with you. You know, I'd probably say Wayne at the start was your favourite, but to be honest, he's had a few beers, whereas Gordon's been on the soft drinks.
And you think that could play into it?
That could play into it. Some people, they lose their head a bit after a few beers and start getting frustrated with missing shots, not getting the right safety play. But this is going to be a very interesting game. I can't wait to see how it goes.
And we're just waiting now for the players to compose themselves, get themselves ready and rack up. So we'll be back to you shortly with the conclusion, the final of this Appler Cream of Class tournament from the Apple League.
Yes.
It's going to be exciting stuff.
Like I say, it's going to be very interesting this, and I can't wait to see who wins this one. I really can't because it's two quality players on the show. Yeah, you know, if you ask me, I'm a bit gutted that I'm not here because I am, you know, the person who knocked me out is in the final, Gordon himself.
Yeah.
I'd say yeah, but at the end of the day, you learn from your mistakes and you get on with it.
So Ash, go on. Who would you say was your favourite to go in and win this? You had to pick one.
Wayne.
Wayne for
Wayne. For me, Wayne was favourite, hands down. Gordon not far behind.
You know, Gordon's played some very good pool tonight to get through to where he was. He's been on the casting table a couple of times.
Yeah, that black he did against me was brilliant in the first frame. Couldn't knock it because he's even checked it. It's not a fluke, you know. He's looked at it, he's found it, and fair play to him.
And we're now on to best of 7 for the final. Yep. So 5 games needed to take this home and win that all in
4 games there, Tom.
Sorry, 4 games needed to win.
We did that. Not very.
Win the £50 cash prize.
Not very quick maths there from Thomas.
Can I see that replay?
Wayne's asking if the replay can be shown.
I don't believe in yourself.
We are back live. Give me a minute, I'll post it all online and we'll.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Don't mean the black. I meant the finish, the full finish.
Oh, we just rewind it a little bit more.
You know, the shot that
you screw
and
back.
You know,
Well, I said to Tom.
to the finish.
Are we still commentating there, by the way?
We are still commentating.
How do you mute it and stuff?
So, ladies and gents, we're just on a short interlude here. Just waiting for the final players to make their way over to the table, and we'll be with you very shortly with the grand finale of the ACLA Cream of Class tournament.
Yep. So basically, we're down to the final. It's Wayne Fletcher against Gordon Ward. We've got a little bit of a crowd in from the social actually, which is making it interesting.
Yeah, it's nice to see some support actually. It's nice to see people coming down and bringing what they want from their team.
Yeah, obviously Gordon Ward representing the Catholic club. It's his home table, his home crowd.
Playing at home, we hadn't considered that as an advantage here in the final.
That's absolutely it. Wild card as well. 2 wild cards actually in the final.
From the
Higher Earlham Social Club.
Higher Earlham Social.
Yeah, but we got some social supporters in.
So all Earlham final.
Yeah, it is an all Earlham final, and Eccles up the game basically. That's the message coming out of Earlham today.
I know. Unfortunate for those from Eccles that they didn't quite make the cut. Our condolences.
Yep, but I mean, there's always next year, right, Tom?
There is. And next year we will have all the streaming still live to you. If you want to come down and give a bit of your intake, we like to have a few different people popping in, a few different opinions.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's opinion is complete and utter nonsense, including ours.
Yeah.
But variety is the spice of life.
Well, exactly. Especially if you're Indian. We love a bit of spice.
Big shout out to the Moffy in Caddy's Head and the Spice 2000 just
Spice
down the
2000,
road.
yeah. And also I think if you go to Caddy Fried Chicken, you can get a spiced version of the Southern Fried Chicken wings.
Yep, I mean... I
think they're called hot wings, but we don't want to rip off KFC at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they're all there. All the options are available. We might be quite hungry in the commentary booth right now.
I mean, if you're listening to the commentary at this point, you should have fast-forwarded by now until the Aqua logo goes off the screen, at which point the game will have commenced.
Yeah, we're looking to get underway very shortly. Gordon Ward, one of the finalists, is at the table. He's ready to go. We're just waiting for Flecky, who's probably down in Jaeger bombs somewhere in...
Yeah, and who can blame him? I mean, the pressure of the occasion, the momentum that is behind him, it would be devastating for either of the players to go away from this as a loss, because what do you get for a second prize here?
0.
Absolutely nothing.
0. Yep.
Let's just remind everyone about that. This is a winner-takes-all tournament. The pressure is mounting and mounting to this point. They've wasted 5 to 6 hours of their life if they don't win this tournament.
One of these boys is going to win £50.
50 quid. I mean, you could put that towards a mortgage repayment, couldn't you?
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't pay much of it, but you could.
But you could do it, couldn't you?
And the other player will go home with nothing. We're about to bring you into the studio just so you can see our beautiful faces. I'm out.
So just to show everyone, because we've not seen much of the captain, that would be me, and the short guy over here.
Yeah, I mean, I look short right now, but I'm actually just in a more comfortable chair.
He's decided that a camping chair is the way to go. More comfortable, is it?
I just wanted to balance out the campness coming from the other side of the screen.
I'll behave. But we will be back with you very shortly.
It's going to be... It's a good question because you're both wild cards. You are. You're breaking first. You're breaking first. Yeah. So Gordon Ward's going to have the first break in the final. If it, you weren't one of the original invites, but people dropped out, and then.
My player dropped out. There was no one here representing my team today.
That isn't how it worked.
Is that not how it works?
No.
It's the most wins.
I thought it went from, obviously, most wins from most team. And when
Yeah.
you were at the last meeting, I genuinely thought you said, if your player can't play, the next most wins go.
Yeah, the next most wins in your league.
Ah, right. Fair enough. Well, 'cause I couldn't go too much 'cause I'm here anyway,
it was. Jess. How did it work?
Sorry, Ron,
you
just
were
to clarify.
You were
how
the next best player
rankings have worked
in
on
Division
the
1
tournament so far. So
as soon as someone
what we've
dropped
ended up
out,
with
you
there
came in
is
as the next
the
best player in Division
first
1.
most winned player on each team as they come down into the tournament, and then after that.
Yeah.
We're going on the most wins in the whole league together. So we could end up with no representation from some teams, but it's because we've got the most wins from the league in general.
Thank you for coming. So we've just been talking to Jess from the Higher Elm Social, and
Yeah,
Jess
they've just been explaining the way the tournament's structured. So the most wins out of each team. Is that correct?
Yeah. So the way it worked, Tom, is the person with the most wins from each team in the league was invited to the tournament.
Exactly.
That gave us 17 players.
Right.
At that point, the person with the next most wins in their division was invited as a wild card. So there's 3
Right.
divisions, that took us up to
So
20
that's how we
players.
actually, and wildcard's a good point there because isn't Mr. Fletcher who's in the final a wildcard?
Yep, so actually both finalists are a wild card today.
Both
Tom.
finalists.
So it just goes to show that we made a...
How do I get invited as the most top seed?
he's in higher than you were.
I was told I was the last pick.
So we're switching back to
Wayne
Fletcher Ward on the final.
Yeah, Fletcher's upset with the breaking situation, but we've been consistent all day. This is going to be a great game, folks. Tune in, enjoy this. Wayne Fletcher versus Gordon Ward. Let's go.
So Ward on the break. Ward breaks.
2 down. He gets his choice.
Choice of balls. So let's have a look at the break again. Nice break. Yeah, so 2 in the same bag there. In the top left as you look at it.
It's all right. You're welcome.
Top right as you look at it.
He's only responsible for £100,000 yachts. More than that? Quarter mil?
How about 400,000?
My bad. He's only responsible for £400,000 yachts. Doesn't know his left and right. Port and starboard he's okay with them. Yellows, so Gordon Ward's going to take the yellows. So early
Tippy
miss.
tappy.
Yeah,
It's what we expected.
You don't want to pot the easy balls early. You're trying to give yourself a chance to win the frame. Wayne Fletcher's going to come to the table. The reds aren't pretty. They're not nice.
Fletcher on the reds, he's not got a lot on it. He's from what we've seen so far and the momentum of the final here, I think we're looking at some kind of safety here.
Yeah, it's all about giving yourself a chance to clear. You don't want to take balls off the table unless you're giving yourself an advantage. Now, Wayne Fletcher fancies it.
And you know, that is actually a phenomenal effort because not only is he taking a ball off the table, but he has given himself a chance. He's come down, he's broke those difficult balls. They can be really hard from where he was previously.
Yeah, you've still got to look at that red that's near the yellow on the far side of the table.
Yeah, and he's got the 2 that are underneath the black.
He's just playing the safety there, so he's trying to just keep it safe as he can.
Yeah,
It
but what
looks
he's
like a
done
good
there
shot.
is he's taken one of his balls off the table, which is fine, but he's also taken 2 off the cushion. The 2 there that are next to the white, they were previously bang on the cushion.
Yeah, it's intelligent.
So he's in
play,
a better
Tom.
position there.
It's intelligent play.
Here we go, let's have a look at what he can see up the other end of the table. I don't think much from that end, maybe he can double up there.
You should be able to hit a yellow, but it's all about gaining an advantage.
Sorry about my co-commentator there.
Directional microphone, that'll be okay.
And then we're looking in here. Ward taking his time here.
Yeah, and absolutely.
Doesn't need to rush it.
Rightly so. I mean, this is an
Yeah, we're
important
best of
game.
7 here. We're at the deep end.
It's £50 or nothing. That's what's going on right now.
One of these men is going to walk around a £50 air. And one of them is going to rock around away with nothing.
We've all had the dream of being a £50 air. We're hoping to see Wayne Fletcher spend the whole winnings on Jaeger bombs if it comes down to it.
Yeah. I'm just going to watch the shot that got us to the position we're in right now.
Yeah, so it's a reasonable pot by Flecky, but he's had to play the safety next. He has put Gordon in trouble, so he's making him think about it.
So I think we've decided.
So it's all about not giving away the two. Like, look, he's not gaining an advantage there.
It's not giving an advantage. You know, Fletcher's not going to clear from here. Yeah, he's struggling to clear. You know, he can pop ball, sure, but does he want to? Or does he want to try and cover bags and play a more tactical game? And that's something that he's going to have to decide.
The issue that you mentioned earlier on, Tom, is there's two reds that are glued together and they're not easy to clear.
Yeah, and the one that he's going for now, up next to the red.
So he's opened them up and he's just trying to keep it tight, keep it difficult.
Do you know, it's not bad, that. I mean, it's not a snooker, but, you know, you've left your opponent one ball, because if he tries to go for it off the cushion, he has to go long across the table and bridge a ball, and I don't think he's going to do it.
Yeah, we're just seeing jabs from both players right now. We're just seeing two players just throwing jabs, finding the range, and trying to test the other guy and see if he'll break.
So there we go, nice little tap there, that's fine. So what we expected, I think it's what Ward expected.
Yeah, well...
Sorry, I think it's what Fletcher expected.
Yeah, I mean, both of these players, they can play slow. They can find the snookers, they can play cagey.
And you know, this game will go slow, and I think all of a sudden you'll see a light switch click. And they have the ability to play this quick and to clean up as soon as they get a chance to.
And they can both clear the table as well, let's not take that away from them.
And we saw that from Fletcher in the last game.
So Flecky looking for another snooker. He was never really going to get the snooker out of it, but he's just trying to tighten things up and make it difficult for Gordon Ward.
Yeah, we like it tight. Coming on for... Let's watch that. Oh, yeah. Let's see another angle then.
It's slow and cagey right now, but if you're expecting anything different, and there's a shout from table 2 that Jess is at the table. Oh, and Jess of the Higher Earlham Social Club. The Higher Earlham Social Club are everywhere tonight. The Higher Earlham Social Club B captain, Jess, has just beaten the Ship B Division 1 captain.
Yeah, thanks, Lloyd.
Not quite live on stream, but live.
So Fletcher there with another tactical shot, just waiting for something to develop.
It was kind of like watching the Premier League chase this year. The Scouser had
Waiting
a
for
chance,
someone to make a miss
but it might have been on top at times, but just couldn't quite put it away in the end.
I will spot you.
Please let Spurs win the Champions League. Right, back to the pool.
I will spot you.
And that's me off the Ship B for next year. So back to the game right now. You've got Gordon Ward looking at the table as he has been for a while now, and it's not pretty. I think my captain's actually going to murder me live on stream. So
it's not pretty for Fletcher. It's not pretty for Fletcher either. This has got tactics written all over it. I can't see Ward playing a big shot here.
I'm just wondering if you can chip off the yellow. If we switch views, if you can chip off the yellow that's highest up on the right hand side, You got the two together, the one that's highest up on the right hand side out of the two.
Right.
If you can chip off that yellow and land on the bottom yellow, it shouldn't be giving too much away, but it's not a nice sable.
It doesn't look like the shot we're going for here.
He's just landed on the other yellow. He's given Flecky a chance, but it's still not pretty. It's going to be a cagey one.
Yeah, I think it's the case of, I'm giving you the option to pop your. I'm asking you to pop the easy balls.
It's just flexing, isn't it? It's two guys saying, "What have you got?"
Yeah. I mean, they're slapping their balls all over the table, and they're saying, "Get these balls down." And yeah, that's what's happening.
There's something. I mean, I don't know if homoerotic is the right word, but
no, I think just Greek is the right word. Oh, we're going for a rest. This is the first time we've seen this today.
It is the first time the rest comes out today.
Yeah, no.
Interesting. It's not something.
That hat's not normal.
So we're getting comments from the crowd about the skipper's hat in the commentary booth.
I think
we've got the funkiest rest in the house out right now. We haven't seen the swan neck.
The swan neck.
Yeah, we don't get this.
I'm not entirely sure this is.
Oh, we're getting calls. It was nearly a foul there with the rest. He's got away with it.
It's a good shot by Flecky in the end. He had to get all the equipment out.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, I think it tells more about Ward's shot that he'd left him in a position where it was such a long shot over so many bridged balls that he had to play with the rest. I think credit needs to go to Ward for putting him in that position.
Yeah, I mean, both of these boys know the way around a pool table. Let's just make that clear right now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, although both wild cards, you wouldn't have put these two down as two players who you would have been surprised to come away with the money here. These are two top quality players who anyone coming in would have been happy to put their money on pre-game.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Tom. And if we're looking at the field today, we said earlier on that there was anybody from the field that could have won this. There's so much competition, so many good players.
And I think that's down to the way that this tournament was structured.
That's a fabulous shot by Gordon Ward. This is almost a shot we talked about earlier where he's hit the top red and got in behind the bottom one. He's just played it at a different juncture.
It is very nice. But back to the tournament, it's the way that the tournament's structured without playing each team rather than playing the best players from the team, because as we said before, there are good players from bad teams.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And the competition right across the league, if you look across the divisions this year, the King's Head in the 3rd division were the winners of the team competition as Flecky, Fowles, and that could be the game breaker right now.
Yeah, here we see that one again. I mean, I don't think we need to, but he's very close.
Yeah, he's trying to just flick the red and get in behind it.
It is unfortunate.
He's gone straight into the pocket. But as we were saying, Tom, the 3rd division, we've got the King's Head who won the team competition this year. They're a good team. They are a good team. We're expecting a little more from them today, if we're honest. But the King's Head are a good team.
Who were the representatives that we had here from the King's Head?
Bromley, the only 8-ball of the day.
Paul Bromley, yeah. We didn't have that on the main table, but it was sensational.
It's my mistake, actually. It's Paul Widdowson that got the only 8-ball of the day.
Sorry, yes.
But we had Paul Bromley that was here today from the King's Head. We also had...
Now, Bromley was one of the first games on. He go out early doors, didn't he?
Yeah, but honestly, the King's Head this year have been a great team. The Highland Social, who play in the 2nd division, don't forget, have been a great team this year. There's quality right through the divisions, and don't forget that it's a team game. Of course, it's a team game, but with 17 teams in the league, some of the better players in the league might not be playing for the best teams in the league, and that's what we've witnessed today. Having said that, the final today is between Gordon Ward, who is of the champions this year. He plays for the Catholic. The Catholic won the league, so we do have a representative of the best team in the league.
Card, yet actually from the most successful team in the league.
Yeah, well, as it happens,
That's just the way the tournament works, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Kev McElhill from the same team had a better year, but unfortunately,
so only a wild card through being beat by one of his own teammates.
Yeah, absolutely right. So there's no question of the ability from Gordon Ward. It just so happens that Kev McElhill had a better season than Gordon. Now, as it happens, Kev McElhill was beaten by Wayne Fletcher earlier in the tournament.
Sorry for a brief interlude here, but I've just found out that my girlfriend has been to the cinema and seen members of my extended family there at the cinema and can't remember their names, which has resulted in quite an awkward circumstance.
I mean, fair play. What did you see?
I think it was a Disney film, which probably makes it all the more awkward in the long run. They have children. There's an excuse right there.
Your girlfriend has a child. He's sat in the commentary booth.
Yeah, I don't have much of a comeback for that, but no, there's no but.
All right, back to the game in hand.
Who won the first one?
Are we on the second game?
I feel like we are.
I thought we were on the first game.
I don't know. Adam? Like it. Yeah, we just realised a little bit of a problem with the graphic at the bottom of the screen. Wayne Fletcher did win the first game earlier on.
Yeah, and it was a good win as well. Ward in the driving seat here, playing a long shot.
Nice spot. He's had to force the white around the angle to try and get down for it, and I think he's done well enough. Oh, he's just trying to push the red safe. I think he played the yellow off the red, and he just got it wrong. That's the bottom line. There's a chance for Flecky to put him into trouble right now.
So, chance for Flecky to put him in trouble right now. Gordon Ward there. He tried to play the yellow off the red. He's just got it wrong. He's pushed the red safe. And Flecky's got a chance here to play some kind of telling safety. He's just looking at his options. He knows he's got a problem ball, the one that's frozen against the cushion. And so he just flicks one out, tries to leave it safe. It looks like he might have given Gordon a bit of an edge here. Let's take a look from the other angle. So it looks like he's got a little bit of an edge. So Gordon's just chipped it towards the corner bag. Wait, is it the second frame? Is it the first frame? That was a miscommunication. Yeah, it's fine. It's a.
Lloyd, come on.
Sorry. Blame Josh. So as we carry on with the final here, there is an issue with the graphic at the bottom. It is 0-0 right now. We're still in the first frame, and Flecky's just rolled up. Sorry, yeah, Flecky's. What's going on?
You've got the colours wrong as well. No, you've not. You've not got the colours wrong.
So Gordon Wall with a
Wait, you have got the colours wrong.
I'm back on.
Alright guys, so yeah, a little technical glitch there where we put the wrong score up, but it is 0-0. Wayne Fletcher's on red. He's looking to just keep it safe, and it's Gordon Ward to play.
So we are still on the first game.
That's absolutely right, Tom. That's close. Oh, that's a great shot by Gordon Ward. We've watched him get out of trouble time and time again today.
And we need to see that again.
This is it. This is a great
This is
shot.
a phenomenal shot. Let's just watch this again. Oh.
Make no mistakes. He's playing for that shot. He's playing for that shot. He's
Watch
not,
it one more time.
He's not.
Because it is. Oh my.
He's not.
Oh my.
He's not expecting that ball to go into the pocket, but he's playing for that ball to go into the pocket.
Yeah, and you know I'm gonna have to watch it again. I'm sorry.
Watch this
I'm
shot.
sorry. I'm gonna have to watch it again.
Watch this shot. That's a great shot by Gordon Ward. He's got himself out of trouble so many times
So Ward
today.
takes the lead early doors. There's a long way to go. It's by no means over.
Yeah, it's first to 4, remember, guys. So Gordon Ward takes first blood.
Needs 3 more wins
But
to
there's
go.
plenty more pool left to go in this one.
So we're just watching the players rack up here. A lot of work to do here for both players, to be honest.
Right, no worries. Back in the chair now.
And I'm joined by Adam now. Mr. Lloyd has left us. Joe, I don't actually know your surname, Adam.
Welford.
Welford, there we go, Adam Welford.
Captain of Ship B. Best team in the league.
And what do we think of that last break there? Can we watch it again? So we've got a yellow down, I believe.
Don't know.
So
Graham's 1-0 up at Flecky at the moment, but it's all to come.
That's it, so Fletcher with 1 yellow down, so he's yellow for the game.
All to play for. Flecky and Graham both fucking great sticks, so
yeah,
anything can happen.
Doesn't have a lot to go for here though, Fletcher. Sorry, yeah, Fletcher winning.
Oh, lovely tactical shot there by Flecky. Class.
Yeah, it's a tough long shot. Plays it in or over,
Yeah.
leaves the white nice. Very good shot. So Ward on reds on the ball. There's 2 balls behind in this frame. 1 frame
That's
behind
on
in
table.
total.
I didn't take any shot. It's on the table. I didn't put.
I can see it.
Yeah, I left it.
Ward now lining up. That red does go up the cushion. Stuff shot. I think it's might be a big bag off the yellow there at the end.
Yeah, I can slip it down the rail though. He's going for it. Oh, he's rattled it. But he's left it nice. It's over the bag.
Yeah, and that's. I think he'd probably be happy with that. It's
Yeah,
been tactical
yeah.
so far. So.
I'd be happy with that. Be more than happy. If I was marketer, I'd be quite happy with that.
So it's going to be another cagey one, folks. I think you can expect that.
Starting to play a bit more tactical, you know.
There's just this is literally the £50 game.
So obviously tactics are going to come into it. Both playing pretty cagey.
So let's see how this one plays out. I think we're going to see a lot of two players finding each other out and just looking for that opportunity to get it finished.
Looks like it's just covering backs now, just getting the safety on, hoping for the best.
I think with this set of rules, you get the best of both worlds. You get a little bit of finding each other out, playing it slow, and then as soon as somebody goes for it, it's all or nothing.
Oh, it is. Yeah, completely couldn't agree with you more. It's a bit tactical and it's a bit. It's a bit of going for it. So two really good players who can turn it on when they have to.
It looks like Gordon was looking to break things open and go for it there, and he's just slowed it back down again.
Yeah.
That might drop. Oh, he's done well to cover that bag.
Nah, he's gone for it. He's gone for it. Fair play. That's a cracking shot. You can't fault that.
So what happened on table 2 between you and Jess of the Higher Elam Social B?
I was absolutely dog shit. Jess was amazing, so fair play. I can't fault that.
That's a great shot by Flecky just on table 1.
Thanks for bringing that up, by the way, Lloyd.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. I used to like you as well, but now we've fallen out as friends.
I realise that I'm 9th in the list on the ship B for the rest of forever, but I feel like it was worth it.
Yeah, just bring it up on the online social. Yeah, thanks for that, mate.
Don't worry, guys. After winning 3 or 4 in a row later in the year, I'm sure I'll be back in
you
the
will
books.
be. Don't worry. Yeah. I still don't like you.
Doesn't like me, but he'll still play me. That's all that matters.
Yeah, well, it is. Yeah, Joy's been the captain of the best build team in the league. You know,
you don't need to get on with your captain. You just need him to put you on every week.
Yeah, well, when you've got a good player, you can't refuse, can you? That's all it is.
So Flecky's got a bit of a chance here. Gordon Ward's ball's not looking good. He's got 1 bag, so there's only 5 pockets that Fletcher can play into. But they are in the open to an extent. He's just trying to keep it tight, so it's going to stay cagey. Nobody fancies it just yet.
It's another good shot by Flecky there. He is. The pair of them are still playing it cagey, but another good shot.
I'm enjoying this, Adam, to be honest. It's
I I am as well. It's class, isn't it?
It's nice to watch someone step down, get onto the table, and just clear up balls.
Yeah.
But it's nice to watch two guys just battle it out and throw some punches and see where it all ends up.
No, do you know what? It's been an amazing day, and we've had it and we've done it. So it has been a class day, and I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah.
Even though I've had to be in an official capacity, I've only had to step in twice. So it's been a good day for all.
Let's be
all
honest.
surrounding with it, and everyone who's been involved has loved it. So
yeah, the participants have been great. Everyone's come down, played in the right spirit. It's all been friendly. I haven't seen any arguments. Like, it's been a really enjoyable atmosphere, and that's what the game's about, right?
It's been a good day for all concerned. Everyone involved in it has absolutely loved it and appreciated it. So that's what it was all about at the end of the day.
And we've still got, don't forget, up to 6 more games in this final, which is intriguing. It might not be dynamic. It might not be pot, 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 8 ball, 8 ball, 8 ball.
No, well, I can't say it being that. With the 2 players who are on the table, but we have some of the greatest players in the league on the table, so it might be a bit cagey from time to time, so it's going to be really good, and they're just going to go for it. You never know.
Yeah, nobody at this table right now wants to throw this game away. If it's there, they're going to take it. They're going to go for the shots.
Of course.
But nobody wants to give this game away.
You'd have to. If it was me, I'd just go for it. But there are two cagey, really good players who are going to go for it if they get the opportunity, and that'll be it.
That's absolutely right. And I believe, Adam, if you were at the table, you would be looking at any one of them balls and going, it cuts.
Yeah, it cuts. That's what I always say. It will cut. I'd have half a chance at it. But that's the reason why I'm not here and these boys are here.
That's absolutely right.
Taking this opportunity.
There's been a lot of guys step into the commentary booth today and give their opinion, but the honest truth is that most of those players, they didn't qualify.
Yeah. These boys, it's the cream of the class for a reason.
Absolutely.
These are the best of the best for a reason.
We can all.
These are the best players in the league, so that's why they're here now.
That's absolutely right, Adam. And we can all sit here and say, "Oh, I would pop that, I would cut that, I would do this, I would do that." But these are the boys that week in, week out, they've done it.
I've done it.
Yep.
And that's the reason why we're sat here now commentating and not playing. So,
that's disappointing.
I couldn't agree with it more.
If you're Wayne Fletcher right now, you are sat at the table going, how the hell is that going in? But Gordon Ward won't mind.
No, it's a great poke. Cracking poke. Can't put that. You can't say anything against a great poke like that.
I'm just wondering, Adam, can he find his way around to put everything at the table? Because if not, he could find himself in trouble.
Yeah, I think he's got it on it. If he pops the next one, I think it's game over.
He's just weighing it up. I'm wondering, I'm sat here looking, I don't know if he's got another shot if he plays it, but the red that's below the black, if he can double that into the red over the middle bag, it looks like they're all going to be on. It's not an easy shot though. Just going back to this replay, watch this yellow. He doesn't mean that, that's not intentional. But he pots the red over the bag, he gives himself a chance. He's gone for a little plan. That's a good shot by Gordon. He has still got the problem with the red below the black. This is the issue. This is the issue. Can he get on it?
That's a great shot. That is not normal. That's a great shot. He can get himself back out for that red. And it's a big pocket there with that yellow.
I would say
he can have it in off that yellow. That's a great shot.
The best thing about my co-commentator, Adam Wellsford, it's got to be that Scouse optimism. Nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible. Also, when you're as good looking as me, it's alright, it works out in the end.
He's got a chance.
Oh, he's done it.
Oh, he's got to work some magic now, but we've seen it from Gordon already.
He's got a Barney it now. It's got to be a Barney. Has to be.
Which pocket is he going to ban it into?
Ban it into the corner there off the big yellow. He's got the yellow there to go in now. It's a big pocket with the yellow there.
He's had a go. He's gone cushion first, and he's had a go at that big bag that we were talking about.
Well, he didn't connect correctly, but it was the right shot. He's just a bit unlucky.
Has Wayne Fletcher got the cojones?
Oh, that hats to go for it. He was a bit unlucky, but is he gonna go? Is he gonna go and clean his shoes now? Or is he gonna go for it? Looks like he's gonna go for it.
He's capable, Adam.
Yeah, more than capable. Looks like he's fucking pulling his big boy pants up now, and he's gonna go for it. Yes, he's pulled his big boy pants up.
I'd say that
he's tucked it in. He's gonna go for it.
Yeah,
or is he gonna just slip it in behind and sneak it?
I don't like it if he does.
That's what I'd do.
I don't like it.
Personally, I'd just tuck it in behind and just.
You put your opponent's hand back on the table. It's all on you if he clears up.
Yeah.
For me, that's the right choice. That's the right choice. He's still got to put one of the two together. He's got to find a way to put one of them.
I'll just slip that down the end now and just stick that in behind the other. Boom, done. Game over. Thanks for coming.
He thinks he's got an angle. This is the shot. Oh, he's gone full-blooded. That's a great shot by Wayne Fletcher. He isn't messing around. He's gone full-blooded. He knows if he misses this, it's game over. And that's a great shot.
That's not normal. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable, Jeff.
He chips in.
He's got it in the back there, lad.
It's all about that black ball, Adam. Oh, he's missed the shot. He's missed the shot. He did the hard work.
Did all the hard work and then rattled the easy one. Oh,
chance for Gordon. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Oh, he's fluffed his lines, lad. He's fluffed his lines. He had it all there, already as well. And then fluffed it.
Don't forget that Wayne Fletcher was 2-0 down in the semi-final. Came back to win 3-2. This
Gordon's
is difficult.
A fucking great stick. That might cost him.
Gordon can pot this ball. There's no doubt about that. The problem is the white. Where's the white going to end up?
Don't matter where the white ends up. Just get the ball in the bag. Deal with the white afterwards. I've got a good feeling he's going to leave him.
That's a good pot.
Oh, that's a great pot. That's not normal. That isn't normal. He's got it in the bag, the lad. He's fucking left himself a great shot.
One more good shot from Gordon Ward to go 2-0 up in the final in this competition. And Wayne Fletcher's looking dejected over in the back of the room.
He's left the lad. Go on. Gordon Ward 2-0. Is he going to do it? That's a cracking.
He's gone for the cut. He's not hit it. He's not hit it. The line was good. The line was good.
I didn't see that go in. I thought it was game over.
Hashtag it cuts.
Hashtag it would have cut.
Chance for Wayne Fletcher, but it's not an easy chance.
Hashtag it cuts again. All day long. Cut it straight in. Good night, game.
He's trying to play safe. He wants to leave that white up in the jaws. He's given Gordon a shot, but what's he going to do with this black?
It's not easy by any stretch. You can slip it down the rail, but is it going to rattle and then leave flecky on? No one knows.
So difficult there. So difficult. He's got to keep. He doesn't want to give 2 shots away.
You can backside double against it, try and go in the middle bag, but where do you leave the white? That's the only problem.
He's saying it cuts at him.
I backside double it straight into the middle bag.
The backside doubles. I think it's there.
Yeah, well,
It's tight.
It's on all day long. But I'd be worried about when I leave the white if it didn't go, so you've just got to think about that. As a player on the table, that's the things that be running through your mind about now.
We've watched Gordon play some great shots today. When the pressure's been on, he's pulled it off pretty much every time. He's only got the double. It's not going to go in. Chance for Flecky. Will the black cover the yellow? No, it won't.
No, it doesn't. Flecky's on. Flecky's on.
It's close to the bag 3 times, but no good. This is a chance for Flecky. He's got to compose himself here.
Has he got it?
He's 1-0 down.
Has he got it? It's not hard.
Yellow's good. It's a great white as well.
Yeah.
Flecky showing composure when it matters.
Belting white, easy black. Boom. Thanks for coming. See you later.
1-0 in the final. We got a good final on here, guys.
That's done.
It's going to be cagey all the way through.
It is all the way through. Cheers, guys.
Right, let's bring in the director, Tom Keegan.
Yeah, so it's been cagey, but it's been some really nice play right there.
Yeah, what a game so far, what a game. We're 1-1 right now, and we're seeing everything. We're seeing cagey, tense, tight safety. We're seeing big pots. We're seeing everything. Tom.
Look, this is the kind of final when you invite the best players that are available in the league. You hope for a final like this, and it is delivered. It is delivered.
You're absolutely right. This is 2 great players, just jab, 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 looking for that killer punch. We're 1-1. We've seen some great play. We've seen both players out opportunities, and we've seen some nerve, ball. It's got it all. We're only 2 games in. We've possibly got 5 more to go. What a final we're witnessing.
I know. You can't hope for better when you come to a final like this. For 2 titans of the game to be battling it out like this.
That's absolutely right, Tom. I mean, don't forget these guys, 2 wild cards. We're talking. There was 17 seeds who got in based on their performance this season. These guys were outside of those first 17. It looks like a dry break from Gordon Ward, so chance for Wayne Fletcher
to see that again. Big
assert
break.
his authority.
Lots of balls. It's unfortunate there. That is a big break to not get any balls down.
So he's going to
open table here for Fletcher.
That's it. He's going to survey the table. He's going to look at both colours. He's going to make a decision of which one he prefers, and then we'll see how this plays out from here. So he's elected to play yellows, but he didn't like that shot. He wanted to get more out of it. Tricky, Tom. You're looking at the yellow to the bottom right as we look.
Yeah, now if we look at it long, it's a tight angle.
He's just tried to play a trickier one and open things up a little bit. Now, if you look at the reds right now, you've got the same problem. It's the red.
It's a tough angle. He's not left himself in a terrible position. I don't think he's going to be that disappointed. It was a tough shot. The white's fine, I think, is the end result.
Yeah. No one's really taken this by the scruff of the neck yet. They're both.
People don't want to take a chance there at this point.
Yeah.
You know, we're early doors. This is a long race here. We've still got at least 3 games before someone can take this home.
That's absolutely right, Tom. So Gordon makes the pot. I wonder if he feels like he can clean these up, or whether he's just looking to get an advantage, play a telling safety, come back to the table later.
Because he gets a lot of Q action on that there. I mean, it looks like that's why he wants the white. Do you think that's the case? I just think he's just trying overly to try and knock in off it.
I think he was looking to deal with this top end of the table. That's where his problem is. If he gets down the other end, I think he can work his way around them. Oh, he's fouled, and that's not what he'd been looking for.
I mean, this at this level, at this point, that could be a frame loser right there. You watch that again, it's unfortunate. You can see he's trying to go.
Have you got the card? Where is it? I had it.
Okay. So Fletcher to the table on yellows now.
So Flecky's got a big edge here. He's got 2 shots. He's got one major
No, he
problem.
hasn't picked up the white yet, and you know it's behind the line, is it not?
Yeah, so,
so it's a big advantage to be able to pick that up and move.
So he deals with the problem first. He's going to look to double this, Tom. He still wants his 2 in hand. He wants to deal with this problem.
Well done.
Thank you.
Gotta go.
He's going to look to double this ball. If he can pot this, he's still got 2 in hand and he's big favourite. Even if he doesn't pot it, it's out in the open.
It's a good effort. It's not worked out for him, but yeah. So this is the replay. We're actually going to switch straight back now to the play because Fletcher's taking the shot quite quickly. Yeah.
He's not playing these as smoothly as he would like. He's still got a chance. Oh, he's rattled the yellow, and he's not playing as well as he would want to.
But what has he left? What has he left Ward here? What has he actually left? I'm not convinced Ward has much. If you look at this shot, sure he's missed it, but it's a shot to nothing. Do you know, he's left Fletcher a shot here, which is tough down. See, to get the right angle on it, he needed more angle on the ball. So, although a miss from Fletcher, not the end of the world. Fletcher trying to cover another bag.
Adam, do us a favour. Can you just pass me the phone and the bank card there, please?
Okay, and I'd like to welcome in a new commentator. We've got Mr. Ash Jones, semi-finalist? Yeah. Mr. Ash Jones coming into the fray here to see, the position he could quite well have been in himself.
Yeah, could have. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. No, but I'm happy to watch this final. It's been a great final so far. Very intense.
You might be disappointed that you're not in the final yourself, which is fine, but you can't deny that this is a great final. These guys are playing some tactical pool, and it's entertaining to watch.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is the final what everyone came to see, to be honest. This is like the viewers, this is what the fans want. The best, they want the best of the best, and that's what they're getting.
Exactly. These are some nice shots coming out from the boys, and I think we're in for the long haul there.
What's that? Is Adam asking? Don't know. Probably drunk.
We're wondering how many people we've got watching our live stream here. probably up to. I think we've had up to 5 at one point, which is quite the achievement.
Does it tell you?
It does tell you on YouTube, yes. If you're live on it, you'll see how many people are watching us right now.
LJ's watching.
Oh.
Who's stag doing this weekend?
Well, we'll have a shout out to Mr. LJ, who's watching the live stream here.
I don't know who that is, but shout
He's
out
going to get
him.
absolutely slathered at his stag do this weekend, so good luck. Next weekend. So
Bloody
good
hell.
luck to you, sir.
Tom's
I
had
wish
too
you all
many
the best.
beers, I think.
And yeah, I hope it all works out for you in the future.
Yeah, best of luck there, buddy.
Oh, and that's
a fine shot by Gordon.
Yeah, it's a tough cut, that. It's a long cut up the table. You struggle. If you'd have hit that in, I think we would have been celebrating.
It's hard to say who's in control of this frame. It really is. It's a good shot though, that by Wayne. It seems a bit weird calling him Wayne because I just know him as Flecker. But like normally you have them people who like they don't go by the first name, they just normally go by a nickname, and that's what it is with Fleck.
Okay.
But no, they're both very sharp players, and they both know what they're doing on a pool table.
Ward down playing some soft pool.
I know what Gordon's doing there. I know his game. He's just trying to keep it simple. Don't do anything stupid. Don't fall into any traps.
Now I'm back in the booth.
Welcome him back, Mr. Anthony Lloyd.
So, what are you expecting from this final, Ash?
I think it'll go all the way. If I'm really honest, I think it'll go all 7 frames.
It's 2 good players, isn't it?
That's what I mean. It's 2 very good players competing against each other.
Neither of these boys are going to open up unless they're sure they're going to win the frame.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's a smart shot by Wade. He's closed off that red. I know it'll go to the middle, but it means he's going to have to play a different net to the red what was near the middle of the table.
Hello? Still in Catholic watching the sport come.
Ash Jones.
Hey up.
What have you made of the day so far?
I think it's been a really good day. It's been a lot of good pool on show as well. And, you know, I've got so much love for the game. You know, I've always said that. You know, I didn't think I'd be carrying on playing, but it's sort of hard when you know you've got so much love for something.
Always draws you back in, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It always brings you back in.
Are the right people in the final?
Going off the brackets, I'd probably say so. Yeah. The quarterfinal, between Paul Lewis and Tony Lowe surprised me. I thought that would have been a closer game. Tony won it 3-0, but I was very surprised by that. Really surprised.
So you think Paul Lewis could have been a...
I think Paul was up there for being a contender, yeah, definitely.
He came in as the 3rd seed today. He played well in the first round as well. He played very well in the first round.
Who did he play in the first round?
He played Paul Bromley of the King's Head in the first round. Let's not forget that the King's Head have had a great season this year.
Yeah, Division 3 winners, team knockout winners. A very strong season for them. First season as well back in the Upper League.
Yeah,
I think they used to be in the league.
They had 5 of the top 6 players in most wins in Division 3.
Yeah.
And the person with the most wins in the Division 3, which was Mr. Corcoran.
Yeah.
17.
17 out of 20.
Yeah.
Good going there.
Yeah, that's insane.
The win percentage must have been unreal for that. I can't really figure it out off the top of my head. But
Do you know what? As a maths tutor, I'm going to give you that stat. It's 85%.
85. Bloody hell, that's so good going. Wayne's played a bit of a careless shot there.
I'll play the winner.
Gordon's now got 2 shots and he'll have ball in hand, so he is able to move this ball before.
sponsor today. Thank you very much.
It's very interesting to see how Gordon plays.
Good event.
I think it's been enjoyable, something a little bit different.
No, it's been amazing. Really has been amazing. Thank you very much. From a league point of view and everything else, it's been amazing.
Yeah, so it's the league presentation on the it's 7th of June.
7th of June, yes.
So
league,
7th of June,
presentation.
league presentation, always a good night. The bouncers, sexual, beautiful, talented.
Really good looking.
He's not bad.
We've got a good comedian.
Just a shame he's absolutely terrible at pool, but
Yeah, I mean his pool is disappointing
his pool
in many
is
ways.
very upsetting. It makes me want to go home at times. It makes me want to quit the game.
So we're still 1-1 here in the final.
Yeah, I was going to say Gordon's just used one of his 2 visits.
It's slowed down, but it means something, right? That's
yeah,
the point.
Definitely. I've got the mic on you. Tom, fancy buying me a bit?
Yeah, I can do.
Not mad. I'm a little skin, so I get paid next week. I've come home. You want some, mate? He's stealing. He's absolutely stealing.
Coming back to the game, we've got Gordon Ward at the table. He's got a chance at a double. He can possibly develop the black.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think, to be honest with you there, looking from our angle there at commentary, the black looks like it only goes in 3 pockets, so I think that's middle, bottom right, and top left, from our point of view, like our view we've got on the table. But it's different when you're actually at the table, you know, the nerves will be kicking in.
We've actually got a nice angle from the commentary booth, and I think if he pops this red, he develops the black, and the other red's over the pocket.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to say he can possibly get a cannon there as well, which will send the yellow just a bit away.
We've got Robbo and Curtis, the best team in the league. We've got Robbo and Curtis next season. We're all right.
Do you have time for the fucking social media like bottom of the division?
So you've got a shit team. Look, if you want to join the best team in the league, come sign up for the
And the Robbo and Curtis.
Why are you saying that? I'm pretty sure they've just fucking done a clean sweep of everything. The doubles, the rebound, the shield, the
As you can hear in the background possibly, Jess from the Social Bay talking about how good the Social A have been this season.
The Social A have been good this season.
This is different from Gordon Ward.
But winning Division 2 is an entirely different beast to winning Division 1. Am I right?
Definitely. It'll be very interesting to how we adapt to Division 1 because
Where's your bouncers? Can you settle them down?
it's been a while since.
And we're just getting a complaint.
We're getting an actual finalist.
Yeah, from the man that's in the final, he's complaining about the crowd that he brought with him.
Yeah. I think Wayne's just had too many beers now and the flow into his head. But going back to the game and stuff, Gordon's on to his last visit here. So.
If he can pot this red and screw off it, he can get onto the black.
Yeah,
that's a great effort.
Great effort.
It's unlucky by Gordon. He's gone all out.
And to be honest with you, he's not left an ideal lot for Wayne to go at. If he pots this, yeah, he's possibly on for a clear up, but it's not an easy shot this down the rail.
We've seen such a cagey final here, Ash.
That's why I think it'll go all the way myself, because like I said, no players, you know, they've not really shown any weaknesses yet, and you know, they're both quality players in their own minds. And yet again, Wayne is having another moan.
Yeah, so moaner of the tournament goes to Wayne Fletcher.
Yeah, I think
100%.
The ball no.
Yeah.
No, he said the ball no.
Yeah, you heard correctly, Wayne. I know he's playing a smart shot here, if I think, and I know what he's doing.
Yeah, so he's chipped out one yellow, made the red difficult, and it's a nice shot by Wayne Fletcher.
But can't take anything away from Gordon. He's produced a few absolute worlds.
Oh, he's been dropping like snookered balls left, right, and centre all day.
He's been snookered on the ball, and he's Not only has he managed to escape the snooker, he's managed to pop the ball.
And no ball is safe when Gordon Ward's
When
at the
Gordon
table.
Ward's at the table, no ball is safe. Don't blink, that's all I'll say.
He has another go. Could.
Again,
What?
give it a crack.
It was going in if he hit it any harder, but I'm not sure he could have.
No, I don't. I think he got as much power in as he could with trying to make it stay accurate as well onto the pot. But now it's Wayne at the table. He's just having a bit of a think, which is scaring me.
So there's 3 yellows. Black's not easy, but they're all there.
So I think,
Drops in one.
I think he's got a few options there. You know, he can either just clip a back cushion ball, full ball.
He's got to look at the
Play
middle. He's got to look in the middle.
He's thinking about his black, to be honest, because I think he knows that he wanted to take the middle last, as your last ball. But this game has still got plenty in it.
Looks good.
It's a great shot.
So it's all about this shot now, Ash. Can he give himself a nice black? That's what we're looking for.
See, if this was me, I think I'd possibly be either trying to screw back and just maybe roll up behind the black, or come off the cushion first to swing round.
Yeah, he's swung round, as you mentioned. Give
Made
himself a chance.
Absolutely perfect.
I can't roll again and get it. I'm just going to tap it.
Thanks, Thomas.
So we're going to lose our co-commentator as he goes to sort himself out a beer, but we're going to bring back the director, the captain himself, Thomas Keegan.
And it's good to be back because this is a nail-biting final.
So Wayne Fletcher takes a 2-1 lead after a tense third game in this. It's going all the way by the looks of it, Tom.
It's a good black for him, but you know, it had to be potted, didn't it? You know, the pressure's on.
He's done well to clear those up. Like, don't get me wrong, he made it look like they were all easy, and sure, they weren't difficult pots. But when you're stringing them all together at this stage of a tournament,
and getting himself on the black was nice.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
You know, it's not just the black ball was a nice pot for him. You know, he got the white to where he wanted it, and he left himself with, well, it wasn't an easy pot, but it was something he could do. It was something in his locker.
Yeah, absolutely right. And it's all about giving yourself a chance. And Wayne Fletcher, who is currently 2-1 up, has no idea about whether he's winning or not. As Jess,
Yes.
how do you think the tournament's going so far?
Make sure you make it known who's invited.
What?
Make sure you make it known who's invited.
But you're not on.
So everyone is.
We were gonna bring in Jess from the Higher End Social, but in her words, and I quote, but I can't say all of these words. She was King Kid.
Yeah, and I believe if you were in the south of England, I believe if for any of our viewers in the south of England, that would have been translated to, "Jolly good old boy, I've had quite too few many beers."
Going down this time.
Is that 2-1? Is that 2-1?
Is he on the black? Because that was a foul.
2-1 to Fletcher, indeed.
Wayne Fletcher 2-1 up. That's 2 for Team Jagerbomb. 1 for Team Diet Coke. I don't know if Gordon's drinking Diet Coke. I'm not going to endorse that beverage
Gordon's
for him.
and gin is probably the way to go, but it
But-
doesn't look like a gin man to me.
I can confirm that Wayne Fletcher is drinking Jagerbomb, and if they want to pay,
Do you know, I've actually been I've had a bit of inside information from Fletcher's teammates here, and they say he's had up to 12 Jaeger bombs so far.
Gordon broke first, so it's your break, Flecky. No, that was that. No, it's not. It's got. It's Flecky's break.
So Fletcher's a break.
Yeah, so it's Flecky's break. 2-1 up. Remember, it's first to 4. You're shit.
Oh, it's all the colours. He's got everything open. He can do whatever he wants with this now. He's got a yellow and a red down.
Yeah.
It's a
so
good break.
It's choice for Flecky. He can pick whichever colour he prefers.
He nominates yellows.
Yellow's nominated.
There we go. Spectre on the ball, going for a long shot down the table.
Looks like he's going to just pot the one in the middle and try and leave himself nice.
Okay.
He hasn't left himself nice.
I don't know what he's left here.
They're not. They're not easy. Andy's a bit of a bell end.
So we're going back up the table.
Yeah. I feel like the commentator's got his spot on there.
Yeah.
So there's a chance for Gordon Ward as Wayne Fletcher complains about the commentary booth. And he's absolutely right too. The two guys in the commentary booth, charlatans.
Do you know what I will say about that is, if you don't have several pints beforehand, are you actually commentating?
If you don't have several pints
Yeah.
beforehand, are you actually playing pool?
And that is the question that everyone else is asking of Mr. Fletcher right now as he comes down.
I've just been
and
called
starts
up.
taking shots after 12 Jaeger bombs.
Shots after 12 Jaeger bombs is a recipe for disaster.
So Ward coming onto the table.
I'm going to leave you in the booth, Tommy K. However, you will be joined by somebody else momentarily.
So Ward stepping down onto the shot. The stinger. Now he's left himself a couple of options there. I think he'd have wanted a little bit more action on the white there to spin it back up the table, but I think he'll be happy with that. Just a little bit more action to get him away from the black ball. He just has to work around that. He seems to have left himself in a spot of bother here. So he obviously can't be happy with himself here. Not quite sure how he thinks he's going to get out of this one. I think he's going to have to go either up the table onto the left-hand cushion or down onto the bottom cushion to hit the double. He's eyeing that double up. My mistake there, viewers. It was there was a shot through. Couldn't quite see it from our angle here. I'm going to welcome in my co-commentator, Jess, from the High Royland Social Club.
Hi.
So, Jess, who are you supporting in this match?
Wayne Fletcher.
Fletcher, he's
Yep.
from your local club, right?
Yes, he is.
So, unbiased commentary we're expecting here from
Of
Jess.
course. No, always. He's from the other team, to be fair. So.
Not actually from
No, he's
your
not from
team.
My team. No.
So we can actually expect unbiased commentary.
Yes, very much. If he takes a rubbish shot, I will let you know.
So Fletcher's,
Like
you
that.
know,
Poor shot.
and yeah, Fletcher's been playing well tonight. That's probably
He has been playing very well considering he's an actual wild card because he was not invited.
exactly, and apparently has had 12 Jaeger bombs. That's what I've heard. I don't know if you can shed light on that rumour for us there.
We've gone par for Jaeger bombs, so yeah.
Oh, so our co-commentator has also had equal amounts of Jaeger bombs.
Oh.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah,
Try my best.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good.
Who's that?
the chant for Jaeger for the winners table.
I didn't actually have a player in this. Where is
Oh,
it?
here we go. Here we go. Let's get into the story of it.
Where's Jesse's mic?
What's that?
Where?
Oh, it's windy. Oh.
Is it on the side of your face?
I don't know.
What's going on here? It's not on that side. It should be on that side.
Ah, there we go. I didn't actually have a player in the competition.
Oh, really?
This season, yeah, he dropped out.
So who was the nominated player from the High Rollham Social?
It was Josh Kilgareth.
Right, okay. Couldn't quite make it for this evening.
Yeah, and it's a shame because he's a very good player.
Think he could have won it?
He'd give it a shot.
Uh,
Thing with Josh is he's young and ambitious, so he'll play shots that most players won't go for.
young, dumb, full of cum. That's what we like to say about Josh.
Fair enough. Oh.
Long shot coming here from Fletcher. Very nice.
To be fair though, Adam, we need a rematch because we're 1-0. Huh?
So Fletcher, clear favourite here. If he can cut this into the middle bag, he looks like he's away for the win.
He doesn't need to put it into the middle bag. Look at that.
There we go.
Come on, Flecky.
Good cut. Yeah, he's left himself a nice black ball. Could be a little bit
Lovely
straight.
shot here. No. I've seen these rattle, but I'm confident that he'll pot it.
It's it nice and soft.
And it's in. Well done, Flecky. Lovely shot.
Beautiful. So watch that one on replay. Straight in. It's a good weight, isn't it? You know, he's got no chance of hitting that out. He's hit it in or over.
No, it was always going to be a straight pot.
Thank you!
Perfect. Perfect for Mr. Fletcher.
Absolutely brilliant.
So that puts Mr. Fletcher up at 3-1 in the tournament. So best of 4. He is now in, what do they call it? Juice? Is that what they call it?
He's in pole position.
He's ready to win this. He just needs one more point there to take this home.
Next frame, we'll see how it goes. I think he's definitely in a strong position to win this tournament now. Despite the amount of Jaeger bombs we have actually drank.
It's a strong break. No balls down though.
Come on, number 2.
I reckon this
It's
will be
unfortunate. It's a good break that to not get any balls
very
down.
good break. So it's a shame nothing went down.
Got Fletcher on.
It's a pretty even break. We'll see which colour he decides to take. All in all, it's a pretty even table. Ooh, attempted the yellow, rattled in the pocket. It's a shame. Well, lucky for the other guy, to be fair.
So Ward now on the table going for a yellow. Takes it, Ward's for yellow.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it tactical or... I'd say they're both in pretty even position with the balls, to be fair.
They've been playing very tactical pool so far. It's been very tippy-tappy. No one wanted to take a chance. It looks like this one's
Very.
opening up a bit more than usual.
Definitely. It's a very open table, to be fair.
It's nice to see it, to be honest.
Yep. All in all, if this goes Ward's way, this could be a very good 8-ball, but he has missed.
It's not a bad attempt at a double. But
Good attempt, shame he missed. Let's see, just weighing on.
I'm going to switch straight back to the action there.
He's going straight in. Unlucky there. Yellow's in play again.
So what do you think, Jess? Where's Ward going to go here? He's not got many options.
I think he'll go for the middle bag. Oh, top bag, middle bag, then down for the bottom. Top bag, then the middle.
Right, so he takes the early easy shot, as predicted. Very nice.
What can I say?
I mean, it looks favourite for going for the middle bag now. Breaks out onto the top
He'll either
cushion.
go for the middle or he'll cut across for the bottom. Oh, he's going for the middle.
Yeah.
As predicted, what can I say? I may not be great at playing pool, but reading the table I am good at.
Perfect. And that is a really nice shot. He gets straight onto the top cushion.
Lovely positioning.
Yeah, straight onto the top cushion there.
Great
and,
shot. Down.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He was looking to break that yellow off the cushion there.
Definitely.
He's so close. If you look at this again.
Very close. Very, very close. Has he sneaked himself there? Oh.
Just misses
maybe
that.
Slightly. I think he may have to cut across the table for that bottom ball. Maybe play off the back cushion and go for the double.
I don't know if he can, I think he can just clip this.
He may just clip it or go for the off the cushion. Ooh. Unfortunate there. Leaving Wayne to come in. The reds there in a very good position, to be fair. Only a few difficult balls with those two above those yellows, but apart from that, the rest all pretty free. Ooh. Not the shot I expected there, to be fair. I thought he would have gone for the clear up.
Right.
Though, very good shot. He seems to have put G Ward in a very difficult position to get to those yellows.
Yeah, so if you look now, I think he can hit both balls. They're both very tough
Are they
shots,
possible,
long
though?
shots.
Long shots, both.
They are possible. We're in the final. We've got top class players there.
Top class players, yes, but that's still a very difficult table to play from.
It is indeed. Even if he pots one of these, his position is going to be tough to get onto the next yellow.
Definitely.
On here. I'm winning. It's me and Jack. Adamson. Alright. Okay.
Who's on?
You're on your
I'm on.
Yeah, come on.
I will leave you with Ash then.
Thanks, Julia.
Oh, it's a very nice pot there from Mr. Ward. It's a good pot. As we predicted earlier, you're always going to struggle to get onto that second yellow there. And he is doing.
Hello again. We have it at 3-1 here to Wayne Fletcher against Gordon Ward. It's been a really intense final, all this.
Yeah, he's hit a really nice shot there to get himself in position, but he's just struggling to finish that last ball, which has obviously given Fletcher another chance.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think.
And it's not a bad attempt at a double there.
No, it's not at all. If I think, if I'm just watching the replay here, I think he's left a quite big pocket for Gordon to aim at here if he clips it in off the red.
I don't know. I mean, how much of this ball can he actually see? How much of this ball can Ward see? I mean, this is a tough shot. What? Fletcher's basically left himself another visitor.
Yeah, I think he should come back to the table, but he's got. If you look at the table now, he's got two balls together there on the far left. You know, he's got a ball on the cushion there. He's got a ball on the cushion near the black ball there, as you can see. And Gordon,
it's not a bad effort.
It's a great attempt.
It's not a bad effort at all.
Top effort by Gordon, considering on what he had to aim at. But this is where Wayne will come in control, and with the amount of balls what are on the table, Wayne will make it his sort of game now. And as you've seen there, he's produced a good shot. But it does pass though, that yellow does pass.
Yeah?
That yellow goes
We look
back.
at the table there. You think we can hit that yellow up the table and into that top right bag?
No. I think he's got to go off the top cushion.
I think
to
even
top middle.
even if you could hit that, it'd be enough. And
This is what I'm talking about as well. Because let's just see how Gordon strikes this now.
So up the table.
This is the right way to go.
The D team
That's a world class shot.
Oh, and he makes contact with it. And I'm sorry we didn't get much of a view of that. We'll try and do as much as we can of a replay, but that is a fantastic shot right there.
Replay on that, as you see. And Gordon, even though.
So onto the black for a much needed. Needs to get this.
He hasn't.
Fantastic.
And that's 3-2.
Very much needed from Mr. Ward there.
Yeah, he's glad he's got that one under his belt, that's for sure.
And he's looking strong now. Momentum behind him.
Yeah, we're talking about another reverse sweep here, aren't we? Because as you see, Wayne's 3-1 up. He only needs one frame, but Gordon's just got one back.
Yeah, that is a great victory there. But he's still got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. Especially against.
John.
As you see. Sorry. We're at 3-2 now, and if I'm correct, it's Wayne to break, I think. 6-3.
So there we go. This is getting tense for a final.
It is, isn't it? I was just going to say that. This is getting really intense, this. And
the best of 7. I mean, this is... I'm expecting a cagey one here.
Yeah, this one will be a case of...
Jill,
don't make
Fletcher's going to go into this one going, I don't want to throw it away. Don't want to throw it away. That might be his downfall.
Right, come off the table. Wayne is
very
needs a big break.
Because you're not.
He's got a habit of doing this way.
I will literally break you.
As you're probably going to see.
Yeah, so Ward.
Red's in play. Red. Yeah. Just explaining there, Gordon's asking for the ruling, as it's a foul break. As the white ball jumped off the table.
Quite a tough foul break as well. I mean, that was that white ball made some action there.
It did, yeah. he gets a lot of cue action on his cue bar.
Do you know, is that the second? I think that might be the second foul break Fletcher has had where he's knocked it off the table.
Yeah, and to be quite honest with you there, Tom, it does not surprise me.
Yeah.
I see it a lot in practice, you see, because obviously I play on the same team as...
Do you know, is he trying too hard to try and make a big break? And he's putting too much on it?
Maybe, yeah, you could be right there, Tom. He could be trying to think, you know what, let's end it now, let's get an 8-ball and go for a big break. But it's not worked out well if that's what his thought process was, because he's given away 2 shots. And
now Fletcher looks like he's going to try and plant this yellow into the red and claim reds.
I think he's going to play it to move the red off, yeah.
Oh, there we go, fair play.
I think it's one of them with this one. Gordon could clear these, but it'd be a fantastic clear up, because they're not easy, and they're not. He's got some work to do, and he knows that, but he also knows he's very capable of that. So as you see, Gordon was at the table. Still has 2 shots with yellows in play. I speak to Gordon a lot. Speak to his brother as well, Rob. Both very good pool players. I know they've been both working on their stance in pool. You know, getting a comfortable stand. You know, because it means everything when you've got your stand right in pool. If you've got your stand right in pool, you've nailed it mainly. But I know he's been working on that, and he's been coming in and practicing, been getting his time in on the table. So it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. Like I said, it's 3-2 to Wayne, but this is far from over in my eyes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if we look back towards the games that have already been played, Wayne has actually scraped through from at least one of his games earlier doors, where I think Ward has looked more dominant in his preliminary rounds.
Yeah, I know what you're saying there. He has semi-finals. He found himself 2-0 down against Tony Lowe, but he dug in, dug deep, and he found the win. I was very surprised actually because he lost his head, and it's one of them when your head goes, you start getting frustrated with silly errors, missing a few shots, you know, not getting the right positional.
Is he going to go long onto this bottom right pocket on the red? And if he does that, where's he going to cue to?
What's that, sorry?
Is he going to go long onto the bottom right onto the red here? Is he going to go onto the bottom left? He looked like he was lining up down there.
Yellows, isn't it?
Sorry, my mistake.
It's all right, Tom. To be honest, he has took his time about it, so it's not an hard one to forget, to be honest, because sometimes, even when you're at the table, you know, you ask the referee and say, you know, what colour am I? I've actually forgot. It just happens.
So apologies for that.
It's pool and anything can happen. Gordon's taken his time really a lot though, and to be honest, I thought he'd do this because, you know, he found himself 3-1 down. He's managed to claw back a frame, but I'd still say, you know, if Wayne can keep his head, you know, and focus on the game ahead of him, I think he should be okay, and I think he probably will get over the finish line. It's just a matter of when. He's missed that one though. He does miss a lot of them, Gordon Ward, I've noticed. He's a very good player. I take nothing away from the player. He's a really good player, but he has shown some weaknesses in this tournament.
Definitely, but
that's a nice shot.
At the same time,
he dragged over too far, maybe.
To make it to this point.
Oh yeah,
I've seen some really top class play from both players.
It's been again, he's missed a simple shot. It's a simple shot for Gordon to stand up to that, and you know, he'll look back at that if that's the one what cost him.
He'll be upset with that.
But no, it's apart from this game, going off this game, sorry, it's been a very good day. You know, we've loved having all the spectators there. You know, Lloyd, you set it all up with yourself, Tom. You know, you've done really well with it to keep it under control, and you know, to get the people to actually turn up on the day, because that can be a bit of an upset when you get people dropping out at last minutes. It can knock your head down a bit. But you've stayed on it, you've focused, and fair play to you, lads. It's turned out to be a cracking day.
It's been a great turnout today, Ash. We've had 17 players here. We were hoping for 16, so we went one over what we were hoping for. You were Mr. 17 as well.
And Gordon's asking, can we look at the replay on that, please? Just having a look at replay. He wants to know if that was...
Have another look. Just looking for a foul on this. It's which ball does it contact first?
Red.
Red first?
Red.
Red first.
Red first. Just went to a bit of VAR there. But no, it was red first, and we have cleared that one up. But you can't blame Gordon for asking there, because it was one of them. They were very tight.
So Gordon's on yellow here. If you can get the win out of this, we're going to a decider, and what a final it's been.
Exactly, yes. It's been a brilliant final. And to be honest...
Oh, he's rattled the
that.
yellow. Chance for Flecky now.
To be honest, though, even if he pops that, he's lost his cue ball. And it's a poor shot again by Gordon. Is his head starting to go? I don't know. But it's a really poor shot, that by Gordon's standards, it's a poor shot. And he'll know that. And he'll look back at that as the one what's maybe cost him the game. So these balls are here for Wayne. And like I said, I've practiced with him, on Tuesdays. Here comes Tom again as Lloydie leaves. I don't know where he's gone. But Tom's back on now. But as I was saying, Flecky loves these sort of clear-ups. He does them all day in practice.
Well, it's a good BQ action. Switch straight back to action.
It's not his best shot, and he knows it. His head's in the sky there.
No, he's struggling though, isn't he?
Yeah, he just didn't bring it round enough on the second to last shot. What he's just played.
Yeah.
But he's still got a sniff at this. He can play it into the bottom right, and hold for the black into the middle right. I think, if I'm correct.
You'll be able to look at it from the other angle.
His cue ball's going that way, so. And if he doesn't pot it, he's blocked the bag. And that's what he knows.
That's a great effort. And I think he's going to be disappointed.
And Gordon Ward can step in now.
It's a really good effort.
Flecky knows though that should have been game. Whether that's going to ruin his head or not, we don't know.
Yeah, he's got to keep his head down here.
I think Gordon's played the wrong shot here, to be honest. I'm surprised it's gone this way round. But that yellow is very open, and it will go in a fair few pockets.
I think he's left himself with a tough shot here.
Yeah, a very tough shot to get down for it, but if you can just hold. But the problem is with these shots, sometimes you're trying to hold that much, you don't get the pot.
Yeah.
You take your eyes off the pot.
So I wonder if he'd have gone the other way with it, if he'd have taken a different route with the yellows, if he'd have left himself an easier finish.
Yeah.
Let's see how he gets on anyway. There we go. Ward on the ball. Oh, when he plays a safety?
Played a safety.
I didn't see that coming, did you?
Not really, no. But I suppose...
It's a nice safety. Let's look at what does that look like on the top side of the table. Can we have a look at that?
Yeah, please. Be nice to see that view actually, to see if he can get through. I think he can hit it, but I think he's just worried about where his cue ball lands.
He's giving him worry, but not a snooker. That's what's happened there.
Shot by Flecky. It's a very good shot that actually, but he is sort of asking for a bit of trouble there. If Gordon can just leave this white ball on the left hand side of the table, I think he should be alright.
Oh,
he's given away 2 shots.
That could be this could be the game losing shot.
Yeah, this could be the end, but Flecky needs to know that he can't rush this. Because this isn't easy by any means. He needs to make sure he leaves himself an angle. Is that your angle he's looking at? I don't think he's left himself a great angle there, unless he's going to the opposite pocket. And here he goes, Wayne at a table, first visit. It's a second visit.
Fletcher
That's
decided to go for
really-
one of Ward's balls first and then missed. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, he's just tried to get down to the table.
I'm not sure if he's left himself a pot on it.
I think I really don't know what he's going to play here. I would just maybe, I don't even know actually. I really don't know her. But he's always full of surprises, Wade.
Oh.
Foul shot.
And you know, I think that's a phenomenal effort, to be honest. He's so close to getting this yellow, this red in here, and to come out fouling in the end. Looks like we're going to go to a decider.
It's looking very likely now. And it's a smart shot by Gordon there. He's put the red safe. Second visit for Gordon Ward. He's potted it and it's going to a decider unless he follows through, but I can't see it. Player of his quality isn't that stupid. Say that.
So very nice. So 3-all going to the ultimate winner takes all death ball. I mean, this is as close as it can get, folks.
Fair play to you.
There's no draws in pool, guys. We're going straight to a decider. 3-all.
This is a sudden death Super Bowl.
This is it. £50 or zero.
50. No, that's important to mention. You know, it's in the players' minds. They know it. There's nothing for coming second in this tournament, is there?
No, there is literally no prize for coming second. It is £50 or nothing.
And this is it. Winner takes all. We've spent 7.5 hours sat here in this booth commentating on this, and the players will spend the same amount of time sat here playing, and to walk away after 7.5 hours of pool and beer with nothing, it's going to sting.
Yeah, and it's literally a coin flip for the break, so if you believe that breaking is an advantage, it's all on the flip of the coin.
Exactly. So Ward takes the break.
Yep, so it's Gordon Ward to break. Flecky might not get a visit to the table here. Oh, he's potted the white. It's going to be 2 shots to Flecky.
It's unfortunate. It was a good break. Apart from putting the white. Yeah, it's a strong break.
Yeah, I mean, he's hit him well. He's got a lot of backspin on it, and he's ended up putting it in the bag. You want to stay away from that, but you can't control it. Like it is unlucky. So Flecky's going to take the reds, and that's not the best shot. He's still got 2 in hand though.
So Fletcher and reds. What's he left himself here?
Well, he's going to have a look around. Remember, he's got a shot in hand, so it's not all on.
And I think he's going to have to use his development shot at this point.
Gordon Ward with the fake phone call. Psych out. So Flecky tries to open it up a little bit with his shot. He's only got 1 now. He's going to look at the table. Can he clear
And
them
has it
off?
developed enough for me there?
This is what we've been waiting for. It's been all game. Flecky's not happy about that. Gordon Ward setting up the old phone trap, keeping it interesting. Flecky will get up off his shot. He'll have a look around. There's 5 reds on the table, and he's just going to take his time, work his way through them. He plays the plan. He's going to have a look at what he's left.
And what is he left?
There's 1 over the bag, and he's probably looking at the cut to the middle. If he
If
can
that
make
cuts
that.
in the middle, we look at that. I think that again it's a tough shot. That
Not easy, but it could open up the rest of the back. Give that a go. Oh, he's just pushed it to the far jaw. Chance for Gordon Ward, and to be honest with you, he'll have been sat in the back room answering his phone, wondering whether or not he was coming back to the table.
yeah, it's a tough shot there, to be honest. I think you can't ever wonder he's left himself in a bit of a tough position to start with, rather than giving him credit for going, that's a tough shot. Could he have put himself in a better position?
I think that's a great question, Tom. And at the end of the day, if you pot your next ball, you get another shot. You miss a difficult one, it's all in the hands of your opponent.
That's a fair point. You know, he has hit the ball into the pocket, got himself on the table.
So Gordon pots the yellow in the middle, but he's still struggling. It's like both players are just waiting for that gilt-edged chance, but maybe you've got to win dirty here, Tom.
Well, if you win any other way than dirty, have you won?
Well, the answer is no.
Indeed. What do you reckon he's going for here?
It's tricky. There's two yellows that plants the middle, but that's such a difficult shot. The yellow to our left, as we're looking at the screen, the far left yellow, I don't think he can get onto it.
I don't think so. Let's have a look at another angle. Now I'm convinced he can't get onto that.
The yellow up the table, the furthest right yellow, the Hitler of the yellows, if you will. You won't. Okay, that's fine. That one
unacceptable to me.
That one doesn't go either. So he's got problems there. They all look good, but they're not easy.
I've said all of that on mute as well, so I don't know how much you've missed, but
I think we're looking at a. Do you think a cannon shot to those two yellows in the middle?
I think. Can you see this one over the corner? If you can.
From our view, he can't. No, he
can't.
He's
trying to make the red difficult. There's a chance for Flecky this. He can see reds. It's all about can he put them all in the bag.
His favourite. His favourite.
Yeah, it didn't look good for the moment. He hit it. Chance for Gordon Ward now. Chance. We're right in the crunch of this game right now. It's 3-all. Both players know that if they can clear the table, they're going to win £50.
50 big ones out. We can't overstate how much 50 big ones is.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy so many things with £50. So many things, Tom.
I mean, you could. How many penny sweets could you buy with £50?
I mean, I don't.
I think it's 5,000.
I don't know. I don't teach maths.
Apple tuition. But in all seriousness, it is a prize worth winning.
Absolutely.
And they do want it.
To be honest with you, the £50 cash prize makes it interesting. But at the end of the day...
Prestige is what they're really playing for.
That's absolutely right. You want to be the Kareem of the class.
So thinking about his shot, yeah.
It looked deliberate, that. I think he's trying to just gain the bag. And just say to Wayne Fletcher, okay, Flecky, if you fancy it, go and win it, son.
Yeah, fair enough.
Gonna bring Tony Lowe in.
It's been a great competition at the moment. If Alan's watching from the social club, we're doing well. We're in the final. Your lad must be better because he's here, you're not. So it just shows how shit you are. But hopefully number 2 might make it number 1.
And
if he wins, you never know.
For what it's worth, Al Jones tried to wheedle his way into the competition. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, did he try and wiggle his way in?
Oh, he tried his best.
That's unbelievable. When you say wiggle his way in, you mean he started to whinge his way in?
Yeah, whinge, absolutely.
Whinge, not
yeah,
wheedle.
Of course, he did what he does best.
Well, Alan Jones, the whinger, we call him, yeah.
How have you enjoyed the day today?
Well, it's been great. It's been great. Pool's been great. And there's been some brilliant matches,
there's been some
brilliant shots. If you play it back.
Yeah.
It's a shame I didn't make it on telly, but you ain't got widescreen, have you?
Oh, you should have won.
No, you ain't got widescreen. You put all of me on if you had widescreen, but you ain't got that. You know what I mean? But I feel sorry for Alan Jones. Has been. You know what I mean? He used to be a good player once, I believe.
I never saw it for what it's worth.
We can't say that on air. We're not allowed to swear on air.
No, it's all about respect and
it is respect.
Definitely not saying naughty words. So who's winning this? Who's got the edge in this game?
I think if he gets his head in it, I still think Fletcher will win.
Flecky's one of the best players in the league.
Well,
right?
He's a county player, but he's only number 2 at the social. Believe it or not, I'm number 1.
Yeah, but what happened to your tournament today?
Well, I got beat by the other finalist.
Yeah.
Gordon.
And Gordon's a great player too, right?
You know, he's okay. He's alright. But
what are you expecting from the social next year? Division 1 again?
Well, I'm expecting Flecky to be a little bit better than he has been this year.
Which is absolutely fair enough.
You know, but he's had a few problems, but he's done well this year, Flecky.
How do you fancy your chances against a ship
He's been in the 3-man, hasn't he?
He's won the three-man
final.
He's won the doubles.
He's won the doubles, so
yep.
You know.
And you guys won the plate as well, the shield.
Well, I dragged him through the plate.
Yeah, by winning 2 games.
And the league, and the league as well.
And the league,
you know, don't forget the league. That's why I'm number 1.
You've taken all the shippies titles.
Pardon? I've got somebody talking in my ear. The ship B.
Ship B.
Ship B.
You've taken all the
ship B club.
Ship
Oh, sorry, ship B. That was.
I mean, for what it's worth, this is.
Well, you only had it for a year. You're only borrowing it, weren't you?
Well, we're the best team in the league. So.
Best team never to win anything.
Hello,
yes. Hello, I've got my photographs up now.
Best team never to win
It's a shame I'm not on camera. Hello.
Yeah.
Number 1, Bam Bam. If you're listening now, I'm Bam Bam, by the way. You're still shit. Goodbye. Say you're over now.
It's been a pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure. A chance for Wayne Fletcher to pot this black and win the tournament, representing the Higher Ilm Social Club. And Wayne Fletcher puts himself at the top of the tree. He wins the tournament, and what a fabulous tournament he's had. And let's be honest, the Higher Ilm Social Club have put 2 great players through the tournament today. Ash Jones, Wayne Fletcher. What a tournament it's been, Tom. Final words on the tournament.
Honestly, it's been an absolute cream of the class. Let's have a quick interview with the finalists and the winners.
We've got to bring Wayne Fletcher in. Wherever Wayne Fletcher is, we've got to bring him over for a little chat, and then we'll get out of here.
Because Fletcher here, you know, he was struggling here, wasn't he? He wasn't the favourite going into that match.
Oh, no way.
He struggled a little bit in a few of his preliminary matches, but going in with the composure to come back from 2-0 down.
Yep.
Absolutely phenomenal.
He's been superb today. Fair credit to Wayne Fletcher. We're going to bring him right now.
Oh, here we go. Oh, what's going on? What's going on?
Hey guys. Wayne Fletcher, Mr. Flecky, how are you?
Can't be here. Is it working?
No, you got to listen to my voice here.
Alright.
There you go. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Grab a seat.
I can't, he's in the way.
Get out of the way. Yeah, of course you can, yeah. Yeah.
Go on, shift. I'm in. Oops. Here we go, we're in.
Right, Flecky, you're on the screen there. Can you see yourself?
Oh, hey,
There
come
we go.
on.
Can
How you
I
doing?
Hang on, can I put it there? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great, yeah.
Yeah,
Good,
awesome.
good.
Right, Flecky, you are the cream of the class.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's
You
not
can't-
working well,
You
is
can't
it?
keep a headset on
It's
your
not
face.
working well.
but-
Do we need that?
You do, yeah.
Yeah.
Put that's it. Right, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Right, there you go. Keep that there. Right, Wayne Fletcher. We took 17 of the best players in the Apple Pool League.
Yes.
We brought them to the Catholic Club. We played a knockout competition. You beat everybody. You drank 12 Jaeger bombs.
Oh, you heard about that one, did
I
you?
did hear about
Heard about that one.
How?
Hey, if that wasn't thanks to Jess.
So is Jess the real winner today?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Oh, of course.
There we go.
God, hey, if it wasn't for my backup crew, how else would I survive?
Do you know what? we had a great following from the Higher Island Social Club today.
Yeah.
What was it that brought the Higher Island Social Club out? Did they think they were going to win?
Well, I thought I was going to win.
Yep.
Ash thought he was going to win.
Jonesy.
So, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Talk about your year this year as well, because you've won. How many trophies have you won? You've won the league, you've won the Freeman, you've won the doubles.
This will be 6 now.
You've won the Shield.
It'll be 6 with everything, with a gallon.
Yep.
And this one today, that'll be 6 this season.
6 trophies this year. So next year in Division 1, what are you expecting from the Higher Island Social Club?
I'm just expecting us to survive
Uh-huh.
and play good pool.
Yep.
Because the team that we've got is a really good team. I know everybody slags them off,
Uh-huh.
but we have really got a good team. And I hope they survive this season just to play. Because what happened last time was a bit of a farce. You know how it went on.
Sure.
I just want us to survive this season and be able to carry on for the next few seasons and enjoy pool.
Why did you win today? You were down a few times. You lost your head in one of the games.
I did, you're right, yeah. I went 2-0 down against Tony Lowe.
Yep.
And I've never been beat off Tony Lowe. Never, ever. And he played really well today, and I respect him for as a pool player.
Yep.
And I got my head together, and I pulled it back, and I got the win.
So what gave you the edge? What was it that made you better than the other 17 players that were here today?
I think overall, I mean, compared to a lot of players, I'm an old guy now. I mean, I'm 46 years old. You know, I think a lot of it's experience.
Absolutely.
You know, that's all I can say.
We watched you play a very cagey final as well. Like, it wasn't aggressive.
Gordon is a really good player.
Gordon's a fantastic player.
Do you know, before today started, I said Gordon's going to win this today. And I expected him to be there in the final.
Yeah.
I really did.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect me to be there because normally I get beaten in the first round. And that's it, my day's done. But once I get through that first round, I'm okay, I'm sailing.
Flecky, congratulations for winning the tournament.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
You've played really well.
Thank you.
And I'll give you a last chance to say whatever you'd like to say on
What
camera.
can I say? Thank you very much. I'm a winner again. Good luck. Social club, we rule.
Nice one, Flecky.
Cheers,
Congratulations.
mate. Thank
we'll
you.
bring Gordon in very quickly as well, the losing finalist, because
Cheers,
we'd
mate.
love to hear from him again. Gordon.
Gordon. Good sir, mate. Get in there.
Grab a seat there, Gordon.
Trying to kill me now.
Well done, mate.
Gordon, you've played some great pool today. Unfortunately, you
Just
took
came up short.
Yeah, you took the final all the way to the last game. Didn't quite get there. Have you enjoyed yourself?
I enjoyed it. I don't enjoy losing.
Absolutely.
There's no shame in losing to Flecky, is there?
Flecky's a great player.
Great player.
We were just saying the final was cagey. It was.
Yeah, I didn't get going. I didn't get going all day, if I'm honest with you. But
Yeah.
when it mattered, I pulled out some good shots.
Yeah.
In the final, I didn't really pull out any good shots.
Yeah, well, we've watched you play. I think there's 3 times today you've been in trouble, and you've played a shot where you've
Yeah,
got
yeah.
out of jail,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like every single one has been impressive.
Mhm.
You've got all the way down to the final.
Mhm.
You've got to be happy with your performance.
No.
No?
No.
No?
No, I came to win it and I got beat, so no, I'm not happy. But I'm not a bad loser neither.
Yeah.
I'll take me out to the winner. So, you know, good luck to him. But the good thing is now, Flecky's coming up into the first division with
That's
his team,
absolutely right.
the social.
Yep.
And I think we've missed a bit. There's not many teams really that have challenged the Catholic, the
Yep.
Tiger, yourselves from the ship.
Yep.
But there's another one on the block now, isn't there? Another lad on another team.
I mean, if you look at the socials record this year, they've won the doubles,
Yeah.
they've won the 3-man, they've
Yeah.
won the plate,
Yeah.
they won the gallon in their
Yeah.
league, and they won their league.
Yeah.
And Flecky's just won this tournament.
Yeah, but me and Robert never done it half of them tournaments, so we'll give him a run for his money next year. He's going to have to do it the hard way.
So we're looking forward to a great year next year. Gordon,
Yeah.
listen, you've been a fabulous competitor. You've been graceful. You're disappointed to have not won in the
Yeah,
final.
but I've always been a good loser.
Yeah.
A good winner as well, but I didn't get a chance to show that today.
Yeah,
but I've always been
absolutely.
a good loser. So, and I'm one of these, mate. If it's a foul, I call it, and I just seen that in the final.
Yeah.
I got lucky in the first frame. If you look at that blacker game,
Yeah.
I come out with snooker, potted it. So I probably won one frame there that I shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
All the others were really scrappy. Even the last frame.
Yeah.
I think if Flecky will sit down back here again, he'll probably tell you any one of them frames could have gone either way.
Yeah, it was
either
tight,
way.
absolutely.
There's no one said, I'm going to take this game by the scruff of the neck, and it was just tip tap, tip tap, tip tap. And it's one of them things. I wish I'd have got going and I couldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah.
My wife didn't help ringing me up halfway through the bleeding final.
We
She's
noticed-
going to get a rollicking
we
when I get in.
noticed the 2 phone
Yeah.
calls in the middle of
Whenever
it.
she rings up, I'm always on the snooker table when she rings me up, and my game goes to pot. But I'm not blaming her for this one.
Gordon, listen, you've been a great competitor. We've enjoyed the tournament. What are your thoughts on it's new this year. How did you find the tournament? Did you enjoy
Great,
it?
it's well organised.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the setup.
Yeah.
I don't like losing, but the setup's great. You've organised it really well. Maybe next year you can have something for the losing finalists. it seems a shame to come all this way and walk away empty-handed.
We actually said that at the start of the
Did you?
final.
Yeah,
so
well.
I tell you what, I'll buy you a beer at the presentation evening.
Okay, I'll
How's
take you up
sound?
on that. I will
All
take you
right.
up on that.
You-
I'll be knocking on your table.
Come and find me, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Listen, that is the final word on the tournament today. So congratulations to Wayne Fletcher for winning it. Congratulations for Gordon for a great tournament and getting a free beer from me, which I don't give out very often.
Rather than rocking horse shit.
And-
Last time I got a drink at Pterodactyl flew past.
And we'll see you next year, guys. Thank you
You
very
will.
much. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, no problem. Well played. I genuinely will buy you a beer at the presentation evening.